Well, happy daylight savings time to everyone. Or
Gross.
I know, right? It's just so awful. But hey,
Not everyone.
well, not yet. Don't you get it next week?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I
Yeah.
said
Yeah. So
Two
two
so
weeks,
weeks.
I think,
choose
actually.
okay. Okay. But soon you will know the pain. It's just the worst. I'm sorry.
Well,
Why do we have to?
hopefully the Sunshine Act passes and we don't have to do this
It's
crap
not,
anymore.
it won't for a variety of reasons, at least not this year. Anyway, so that's
Because
unfortunate.
because politics are gross.
So anyway, whatever. Hi, I'm Zero and I'm grumpy because they lie to us about what time it is and it fills me with moral outrage. But that's not the point. We are here to play Masks, a new generation, in a little game we call Teen Justice Academy, which is about puppies and sweetness and everyone being friends forever and making really good decisions.
Why is our GM lying to
Being
people?
open and transparent and not snarky or teenage angsty at all. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's what I had in mind when we started playing, but you guys have taken it in a very different direction. So it's all on you. Hey, we should let everyone know who you are and who you're playing. Well, let's see. It looks like Nyx goes first.
Yeah, this is Nyx. She is my character's little animal sidekick, Ninja Cat. And I'm SJ or SJ underscore sidekick.
I swear she just rolled her eyes.
She's like, put me down,
I do not
NBC.
stream. I play Deadlock, formerly Impasse, basically the former sidekick of Impact, and has the ability to mimic other people's powers.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hi, I'm the original Zodi. I play Fade, who originally known as Paradigm. She had a meltdown through a giant temper tantrum. Teenage angst stuff that wasn't supposed to happen but happened anyway. And she runs a cat cafe, which is where Nyx came from. So, yay, kitty cat. Rachie.
Hi, I'm Rachel Yates. I play Resonance. He's also known as Lala or Isla. And she is a celebrity, but wasn't in our universe a little while ago. And last week we had to sort that out by making sure I got my powers, and I had to watch myself be electrocuted at a sound check, which was nice. So yeah, it's now moving on to Devon's storyline this week. Anyway, Misha.
Hi, I'm Misha underscore less than 3 on Twitch or at Mishoya on Twitter. I'm playing Tilder, who is the newborn playbook. She's a robot. She can do cool solid light projection stuff. Last time I did get up to 5 potential, so I picked the thing to get a power from a different playbook. So I picked the Protege's Captain one, where you can add extra team to the pool if you're the leader, because everyone keeps saying that I'm probably the leader. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to try to... I've learned this. Surely nothing will happen this time. No angst. We're all good here. All of us are here except Devin. They're missing. It's weird. Tough.
Hello, I am 98 Tough Love, or Tough for Tough for Tough for Twitter, some of the variety nickname. I'm also a variety streamer on Twitch. I play lots of different games. I will be playing games later this afternoon. And I usually try to play games on Sundays now. But that hasn't happened for the past few weeks because my internet died. So that was fun. I am playing Spectre, who is the scion or kid of a villain. Her mom is Violet Scepter. Her dad may or may not be Impact, and there was drama around that, but everything's fine. Because in this world they haven't even got together, so it's, spells great outcomes for their kid. And yeah, I think that's me.
Cool. Hey, so who would like to give us like a 30-second what's up What's up with y'all?
I can if you want.
Sure.
We went back to school after the holidays, and then
Immediately cut
found-
class. Yes.
immediately left the assembly, majority of people, and that's where Devon found their cat in the rafters, and revealed their mask, and they were a ninja cat. And then we tried to leave, and we couldn't leave, and we're like, that's weird. And then the security guard, for some reason, like let us when they saw Tilly, and then we left, and Tilly did some scan and was like, hold on, this is our universe, but we're not us in our universe. I think my character, Resonance, was an actress living in Paris who'd won an Oscar. Spectre didn't exist. Fade didn't exist. And Devon lived at home with their little sister and their mum and dad. And then we went to another timeline, and that's where we kind of figured out that, hey, it was the night that I got my powers, and me mum didn't want me mum. She didn't want me to have powers. She didn't want me to get electrocuted. She was like, I don't want you to experiment on my baby, type of thing. And then we had to convince her to do it, with lots of emotional blackmail, which is always nice, isn't it? And then eventually we got her to do it, and then she ran towards me as the explosion was about to happen, and then it happened, and then we realized we had to like get out of there, get to a different timeline. So we tried to go to Devon's, but Devon was having bad luck rolling that day, and it was unstable. And so Devon has just woken up in bed with her little sister and has realized none of us are there. So Devon is in another timeline, currently by themselves, and we don't know where the other 5 of us are, I will say, because Nyx is with us and not with Devon.
The rest of you crashed through some branches and bushes and landed in a park. But you don't know.
We all landed in a heap except
except for next to 100% parkours off the various different branches, lands on top of a bird feeder, eats a pigeon, and then it's like, what? Because that is how it is. Hey, Devon.
Yeah.
What's your home life like?
Pretty domestic, I assume. Little sister's annoying, as usual. Doesn't matter if you lock the door, somehow they jimmy their way in.
Yes. So what does our Devon remember and or experience?
What does our Devon remember or experience?
I know, that's up to you.
Oh.
So to describe your mental state, you are you.
Right.
But it's very much like waking from a dream. So you have kind of vague understanding. Like, I think that until moments ago, the knowledge that you had a sister wasn't present. But so the life that is being lived in this frame of kind of a tween and their baby sister waking up at home is like a dream that you just woke up from. So you remember the vague contours. You're not completely disoriented, but you also have a complete recollection of who you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, we also had the zombie dream recently, so I feel like it's...
I will say that was qualitatively different.
Gotcha.
That is like a very detailed, I mean, it's hazy in spots, but that doesn't feel the same.
But in that, didn't I know I had a sister?
Oh, yeah. I think it probably, there is a connection there that you're like, oh, okay. But in that, you're fairly certain that that is a different situation.
Okay, so I'm
given
not
that
thinking
you're
I'm stuck in another dream
maybe, who
world
knows?
thing. Hmm.
Multiverse, man. It'll really do your head in.
The thing is before, when we first started realizing time stuff was weird, is Devin immediately wanted to go check out what her family is like. She's a little sus because apparently Impact has lied to her before. So that's probably how she ended up here, is she lost focus when she was trying to get us back to the timeline. So she's probably gonna slide out of bed and try to figure out, do some investigating.
Okay. What do you do?
What time is it? Is there a watch, or do I have a phone, or?
Yeah, there's one of those old, it's like black and it's plastic, but it's black and fake wood tone with the red letter, with the red numbers on it, right next to your
Okay.
bed.
What time is it?
Like 7:30 a.m.
Okay, so probably not a school day. All right, I'm going to leave the. Wait, do I have a phone? Is there a phone in here?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to leave the bedroom and look for like family photos and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. What do your parents look like?
Like me, except bigger and older.
And they both look like you? Are they
And
cousins?
one's a well, I'm a
Yeah, yeah.
mashup of the two. So clearly they're actually related to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna keep looking around for stuff, try to get some context, and maybe try to figure out where my parents' room is.
Yeah, well, so it's a 2-story house. It's relatively new, but with 2 kids, it's kind of it's kind of a wreck. There's like toys on the steps, on the stairs, because of course there always are, regardless of how your mom yells about it. There's all kinds of like contraptions and like half taken apart stuff, which the part of your mind that kind of knows what's going on in this time frame. It's like your dad's a big tinkerer. So there's like, if you go downstairs, like in the middle of the kitchen table is a toaster that's taken apart. And there's like laundry and stuff. It's the typical kind of house when when no one's expecting company. So very, very lived in, but warm. Your parents' room is probably upstairs with
Gotcha.
the rest of the
And
bedrooms.
unfortunately, I can't test to see if, I assume I have my powers because, as far as I know, I was born with them, but I can't test them because I don't have anyone here that I know of that has powers that I can tell.
As far as you know.
All right. Probably going to knock on their bedroom door.
Yeah. Come in, honey.
Okay, I'm going to open the door, slowly peek in.
Yep. There's your mom. She's just reading. Specifically, she's got like a stack of papers that she's reading through, and she has a pen.
So probably a teacher of some sort, a professor. Okay. Quick question. Really random. Superpowers. What's the history of superpowers in our family for a school project?
she just laughs. She said, "You're so strange. I love you." No, okay. So for your school project, I think it's probably best that you just talk about like, here, hold on, and she'll rummage around. She's got like a little bag or something set on the side of the bed where you can't see it. She just rummages around, and she pulls out a little like glossy, folded and stapled, kind of like almost like brochure. And say, here, why don't you just use this? Because this talks a little bit about the various different ways that superpowers can occur, and it talks about the genetic prevalence in certain families, but then also how it's not necessarily inherited. So I think I would just stick to that versus talking about anything about the family.
But the project is specifically for our family.
Yeah, I would just say stick with the facts, like in the
Right,
paper.
but what are all of the facts?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just, stressed about this project. I'm trying to get an A.
Okay, come here. And she, as you
Okay.
sit down, she's like, so I know that you're in seventh grade now, and that just seems like everything is like big, and it's like technically high school. I mean, it's junior high, but same thing. And it seems like it's a big transition, and everything's super important. But let me tell you, nobody cares. I mean, as long as you do reasonably well, no one's going to care about your grade on some project in seventh grade. So just give yourself a break.
Okay, but I also chose this topic because I'm interested in it.
Well, I think to the best of my knowledge, neither of my parents have any kind of superpowers, nor do I. And I mean, your dad's mom has some like superpowers like to annoy me. But other than that, I mean, nothing like technically superhuman.
To the best of your ability, like to your knowledge.
Yeah, because you never know. It's entirely possible for people to have superpowers and not know about them.
Have you ever tested it?
Have I ever tested I mean, that's an interesting idea. Running your dad's mom through a series of very exhaustive tests to see what's up with that woman. Yeah, I've thought about it.
I meant you guys, but so
No.
but yeah, like you said, someone else could have powers, like me or Sam could have powers. But without you guys having powers, that's possible.
Yeah. She just looks at you.
About animals having powers, do you know anything about that?
Well, there was this guy back in, God, I don't know, like the 60s or something, who did all kinds of stuff with animals and like, I don't know, made them talk and things.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Really? I mean, that was a deep
Maybe.
cut. So, are they teaching you about that kind of stuff at school in seventh grade?
I read.
Okay. Cool. Hey, it's like Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. Are you hungry? Do you want breakfast? Is your sister awake? Should we have Eggos?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you want yours with like yogurt and applesauce like normal?
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay. I mean, it's fine, whatever. Okay, well, I just gotta finish this up. I'll be down in a minute. Go track down your sister.
Okay. All right, I'm going back to my room and I'm waking that little brat up.
Cool.
Me just,
SJ
just gonna flip
immediately-
the bed with her
All
in
right,
it.
Sam. We need to talk.
Immediately finds a sister, immediately goes like, that little brat. Sisters.
We need to talk, Sam. Go.
I don't have to go to school today.
No, but we need to talk. It's important.
What? What do you want?
Do you have superpowers, and what are they?
What?
Answer the question.
Brush your teeth.
I'll brush my teeth when I get my answers. And I
Ah, gross. What? You're so weird. Yes, I
Not
have
an answer.
superpowers. I can fly, and I can summon a magical pony to ride whenever I want. And I'm a secret princess.
Great, show me.
I can't do it when you're watching.
Doesn't seem like a super interesting power. But fine, I'll close my eyes. You fly up and get that off of the top shelf.
I don't feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Besides, I think I would know if you have powers because I would be able to, or maybe not. This is very confusing. Okay, mom's making breakfast. Go down there and eat the breakfast. I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
You're so weird. Anyway, she just lays back in bed. But you can tell she's like awake now, so she'll eventually get up. Cool. In the park, what's happening?
All right.
Everyone okay? 1, 2, 3. A cat.
Where's Devin?
Where's Deadlock? Hold on.
Ren's
I can-
gonna call out Devin. Well, maybe don't use the real name. We're
Deadlock's in
not in costume.
we're in costume. We go to school in
We
costume.
don't know who people are. If they know who we are.
Is there an internet?
Also, I feel like Deadlock would throttle us for using actual name.
Oh, there probably is. There probably is.
All right, I'm trying to figure out when we are. So we don't have to do the time travel thing where we shake someone down in the park and be like, "What year is it?"
Where is it?
You missed your
Or we find a newspaper.
right.
That's the other tray.
You go where there's a bum laying on a park bench and you pull it off. And it's like, it's 1984. It's like, oh, sorry. This is an old newspaper. You missed your target by whatever, 4 years, whatever grade you guys are in now. 3 years, 4 years. So you're reasonably
Might be
close.
5.
Because you're
Okay.
juniors in high school, I
Yeah,
think. Or we
Yeah,
haven't
that
really
sounds-
established it. It's
we haven't
it's
really.
wibbly wobbly, but it is a small number of years.
Okay, we undershot, so we're a little off. But Devin's not here. Maybe
Maybe the cat knows.
we all look at the cat.
The cat is busy chasing squirrels and being like super Mortal Kombat street fighting the
I
squirrels.
don't think the cat knows.
Maybe Devin's a squirrel.
Well, I mean, you don't know what the cat
don't
knows. The
think
cat's
that's-
off doing a thing.
I mean the. Well, we can see the cat chasing the squirrels, right?
Yeah.
Doing okay. You should have seen her with the stuffed ones at the cafe. It was just pretty insane. I don't think I'm here yet. In whatever timeline this is. Because she's a recent arrival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she doesn't
Late time. 'Cause that's just gonna make everybody hurt.
So,
I'm-
and this is still our universe.
Yeah.
And then I guess looking up to see about the rest of us. To see what we've done.
So you find that Lala is Lala.
Yay.
Okay.
We fixed one
Lala's
thing.
here. You're still missing. You're still missing. And I'm
The United. There's no
non-existent.
reference to you, your name or model number, but you do find a news report that the United Nations is considering ceding all peacekeeping activities to Lytech.
Well, that's interesting.
In most of the developed world, it is seen as a cost savings initiative, with the reliability of their various different infiltration and combat units having been proven.
Well,
There are
wrong.
a few journalists who are, concerned about the whole Skynet situation. But whatever.
That's probably fine.
That's probably fine. I'm sure we'll sort it out once we get everybody. Do we have like communicators that we usually use?
I don't know. Do you?
Probably. We yell at each other a lot. Over cross distances, I don't think we should be able to.
Sure.
I would probably see if we could find one on Deadlock, but I assume the answer is it's not there.
If you have communicators, then Deadlock's communicator, and I'm going to say costume, are with you, like in a pile of leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, she's dead.
Okay, two very different approaches to this. Tilly, are you okay? Do we need to talk?
I'm sorry, I think the Force took her, right? That's what happens?
Right.
Yeah, she's a ghost now. Tilly, didn't you like find Deadlock's family?
Oh,
Can you
right.
find their address?
Yeah.
Maybe she went there.
Maybe we could go there.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Fine.
Better than sitting in a park watching a cat chase squirrels, as entertaining as it is. Because man, I'm gonna learn some moves from this
It's
cat.
very cute. It's
Well-
a very cute cat.
There's a playground nearby, and a few of the kids have come over and go, "Oh, kitty, ha ha ha, funny!" And then it sees what Nyx is doing to the squirrels, and then so now there's some crying children.
Oh, we should leave. I don't like the crying children.
I mean, you know how cats will play with stuff in a way that seems a little bit cruel. Imagine that, but with advanced ninjutsu. I mean, we're talking Dimmock, Palm of Death kind of stuff, but it's very small and cute.
That poor squirrel.
Good form.
Very good form. Poor squirrel.
Faye, do you want to get the cat?
Yep, I'm gonna go scoop up the cat and gently scoop up the cat so I don't get destroyed and deleted by accident because of this cat.
No, it's fine. She just rolls her eyes at you.
Don't roll your eyes at me. We have to go find your keeper.
She cannot be bothered.
Stuff her in a
All right.
backpack.
Sure,
I'm sure
whatever.
I can find the address, and then we can just.
Yes. Now,
Go there.
Deadlock, is your family home in? Is it like in downtown Halcyon City? Is it in like Springville or one of the suburbs?
Yeah, I assume it's like a suburb situation.
Okay. So yeah, you are in the City Center Park in Springville, which is one of the top 4 suburbs of Halcyon City.
Great school district.
Exactly. So yeah, You it's easy enough. They're on a cul-de-sac because of course. It's probably like a 10-minute walk. Cool. So what happens?
We just knock on the door. How do we explain this?
Yeah, we just knock on the door and
I have another question for my mom.
Okay.
Do you know the superhero Impact?
I don't think so.
Do you know
Is it a new
of
one?
him? I don't think so.
You know, I don't really follow that stuff.
Fade's gonna knock on the door, and she's totally gonna be holding up the cat.
Yes.
So when they answer, she's gonna go, "Hi, we found this cat in the neighborhood. Just going door to door, looking for it. Its owner."
No. Sorry. I like your little outfit though. That's
Oh,
just your
after
mom
my
did
mom.
that. And then of course
What
and then,
about Violet Scepter?
and then,
You know her?
and then Sam says, Kitty and comes running. It's like, no, honey, this is not our child. What? Devin?
Violet Scepter, do you know her?
I do.
What? I think I've heard of that one.
Hector?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not a school day. You don't have to work on your homework. It's also like 7 in the morning. Hold on a second. We've got visitors.
why are you small?
Ladies.
Oh, she's so tiny.
Yeah, I like peek out from behind my mom. I'm like, hey guys.
Why are you tiny?
Do you know each other? This is strange. Ladies.
So we are familiar with Devin.
Part of a high school mentoring program that works with
Yeah.
the junior high school.
I have a lot of older friends.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess.
I think we need to roll for BS.
I think you need to provoke someone for sure.
Oh, great.
I have my student provoke.
Don't encourage him to make us roll, Zodi.
Well, so I will let you choose because a bunch of you are trying to convince. So who is the person who is like, a Spectre was like, oh no, we're part of a mentoring program or whatever. So you have like a reasonable. So any of you who spoke up can be the person who makes the roll
I'll do it. I haven't rolled
because
this
deadlock will
session.
fail, and plus the fact your mom will know if you're lying.
Come on, dice. Okay. And we're provoking.
This week.
Oh, I should work on this. That's
We have things.
That looks bad.
yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
So is this episode called Memories and Mums?
Could be.
Yes.
Eminem.
I think that puts it up to a 7.
Okay. Wow. So I don't think you're going to gain influence over her.
Oh.
I think they will. And what well, tell me what it is you're trying to get her to do. Bleed.
Let us talk to Devin without interrupting.
Okay.
Devin, who's just been grilling her about superheroes, and a bunch of people in superhero costumes show up.
One of them is
Yeah.
we're helping
like
with
definitely.
So
It's
she
fine. We've got a lie to cover that too.
yeah. So
Are
she
we in
airs.
superhero costumes because surely we would have been in our school uniforms.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, I think a superhero school will often have you in your superhero costumes unless you're like, I don't want.
Especially on the
Well, there
first
is
day of
literally a
school,
robot.
if you get a new outfit.
Yeah.
Tilly is a robot.
Yeah. So you're certainly dressed
She's
in.
our science project.
Well, no, I was gonna say. I think Devin's mom airs, and kind of go, oh right, you must be part of the. Oh, you didn't tell me it was a group project with older students. What's that about?
Drama club?
Extra
What?
credit.
Yeah.
Mentoring.
Right.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make you.
Because we have
Whatever.
experience on the field, so we come in to help explain
Oh.
things.
Okay, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, we want to bridge the gap between powered teens and non-powered teens, so that everybody has socializations.
Oh, so you guys have powers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Devin behind her back is going to try to test to see if she can get a spark of Resonance's powers.
For sure.
Okay.
Do you spark up?
Huh? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it like behind my back where she can't see, just to
Unleash your
test
powers,
it really
please.
quick. Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Rip your mother's electric bill.
Oh
Okay,
no.
that's a 3. What is it plus?
Freak.
That's not gonna be enough. 3, 4.
Oh. Are you satisfied with that?
No.
We have things.
I mean, I'm happy with it if you want to keep it.
Oh
Now
no.
I'm gonna re-roll that real quick. Okay, that's better. 6 to 7.
All right. Mark a condition. And how is it unstable? Because you are
Oh, so I'm doing both. I'm marking a condition and it's unstable.
oh, you're right. Never mind. Yes. Tell me how it's unstable.
Yeah, we did that at the beginning last time, and I was like,
That's right.
damn, why does anybody ever use their powers?
That's right.
It's awful.
That's right.
Wait, so sorry, did you want me to mark a condition or
No.
did you want me to do the unstable thing?
I think unstable.
Okay.
Because the weird kind of body in which you're temporally co-located
Right.
is not like super proficient.
Okay. It probably jumps and then Sam probably walks up to see what's going on and it might like jump and like static shock her.
Oh.
If the small human is going to be affected at that point,
Not like, super shock, just like a little like when you get too much static electricity and it's like,
if it's a small shock, then fate's not going to interfere. But if it's a bigger shock, Fade is going to like literally lunge in the door. Because that would be something that would be heard, and she has a new talent. She doesn't know about it yet.
No, I think this is something faster. I mean, first of all, she's inside behind her mom, so you probably can't even see her at this point.
I could teleport.
So I'm gonna retcon and say what happens is you start to generate or start to take the power, and then Sam comes in and it leaves you all the power you had built up, which wasn't a lot because you weren't trying to do anything super, but it just like goes away.
Oh my god.
I mean, not that anyone knows this except for Deadlock.
did you just mark my dice down? Oh my god.
Nix
Thanks
comes in.
for
It's like,
roll.
She
did.
at least
You
rolled
rolled
good.
She rolled an 8, a 6, and a 2.
ooh.
Beautiful.
So Nix does really well on something. That was Nix's cuteness roll, to which Nix has a +2. So
she's
Nix
got 10.
Yeah, Nix 10's the cuteness roll. But so yes, Devin's mom errors and you gain a critical. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Well, you girls want to come in and work on your little project or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Well, what kind of powers do you have?
I'm a robot.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm a robot. Matter of fact.
I didn't know they were letting robots go to school already. That's cool.
Times are changing.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I read the news.
They're a change.
Certainly are.
Yep, yep.
Can I do put on a show just for the crack?
Sure.
Okay.
Sam is next to us, right? No?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think.
Time for a show.
What is the best way to replicate this? I think I will have you just roll twice, take the lower total.
Oh, okay.
Because there's not a good in-game mechanic way to replicate this.
Okay. That's not good then. Wow, okay. Well, all right. I got a 6 and a 5, so they're rather efficient. But let's add superior, which is 3. So 8. So when you put on a flamboyant display of your powers, roll plus superior on a 7 to 9, which is what I got 8. Name one NPC present. The named NPC must either volunteer help, information, express admiration, or ask for your help.
Okay. So you go to do your normal pizzazz, and it's literally just a few little spark. Like it's very much less than you would anticipate. And you can feel like when you release your powers, you can feel like you're building it up. You know what it feels like in your body, like all that happens. But then you go to release, and it just like falls away from you in a way that feels like very sort of unsatisfying. But Sam thinks it's amazing.
But I get to name the NPC.
Okay, so Sam, so it would be Sam or Devin's mom.
All right, I'll pick Sam because you already do.
No, it's fine.
Do the
I mean, it could be,
mum first, but-
either way,
you go-
Sam
you
was
go
going to
Sam.
think it's cool.
Okay, well, I'll go for the mum then.
Okay. Oh, well, that's really nice.
Thanks.
You know,
I'm gonna look at my hands.
I've never honestly, I've never really seen someone with powers up close.
That's interesting.
So how does that work?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, she's sure.
Well, I mean, I knew some folks. So there's this one time in high school, we were on a trip, and our bus, there was like an accident. Our bus was like hanging off of a bridge, and someone, I don't remember who it was, but someone like flew up and caught us. But that doesn't really count because I like barely saw them. It was just like a blur of green, and then we were flying through the air and we're back. So that's about the closest I've ever come to a superpowered person. That's really neat.
Mm.
Fate
Maybe they
would
should call you,
to
like,
assess
Sparkler
the
or something.
situation.
My hero name is Resonance.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So she is expressing admiration for you. And thank you for, helping out. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You said Lala exists in this world, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't recognize her?
Into that kind of music.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, if she's in superhero stuff.
Sam probably would.
Yeah, her mom is also not just already said she doesn't really keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe Sam is looking at you a little suspiciously, but it's I mean, you do look a lot like an older version of Lala.
Right.
But then again,
Yeah.
so do a lot of girls in high school.
Yeah. And also I'm in my superhero get up, not
Yeah.
I don't look like Lala. I don't look like a pop star right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, and we can assume that you've changed your hairstyle, but there are probably a lot of girls in this timeline and this time frame that look a lot like Lala because they're copying the dress and the hairstyle and stuff like that. So she probably, like, if asked, hey, here's a picture of Lala and here's this girl, it's like, oh yeah, you look like an older her. Cool. So Fade, you're assessing the situation.
Yeah.
Always a good idea.
Okay, let's see. 2 plus superior. Need the correct sheet. Plus superior is 1, so it's a 5. And I think. Do we have any major boons
We have
left?
we
think
have
we have
many
one.
others.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
If you're close, you can use a minor boon.
Yeah. Well,
Or-
I mean, I'm
or
currently
two.
sitting.
For minor.
Yeah. I think I'm going to use 2
Minor boost to get to 7.
Yeah, to get it to 7.
All right, go ahead and ask the question.
What here? No. What here? Yeah. What here is the biggest threat?
Okay.
Which that's going to be hilarious.
Sam.
Okay. Who here is?
Ask one question.
Yeah, if it's his
Okay. Yeah, because I also get that bonus question too. Where's it at?
You may always ask that question, but it doesn't give you multiple questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Michael, may I ask? I assume
And
I did, but did I feel something when my powers didn't? You know, you said it didn't feel quite right.
While it was building up and you were forming the intent to unleash, everything was fine. But like the instant you projected your powers, it's like
Yeah, that's what I
it
thought.
just, yeah. It didn't feel like resistance. It didn't feel like you messed up or got distracted. It just felt like imagine that you're in a room and someone evacuates most of the air, but somehow you can still breathe. And then you try to make noise. Like there's a little bit, but it just doesn't transmit. It's like it went into the void.
Yeah.
What are Fade's current powers that Deadlock would know about?
she would kind of know about the teleporting because that's how we ended up in this situation. And she knows about the energy blasts. But she doesn't know. I don't think she knows about the enhanced senses or.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, and then we have the new ability, which is energy absorption or redirection.
Yeah.
Okay, I might try to copy Fade's senses then.
Okay.
Just to test, because I just saw resonance peter out, which was unusual. So maybe it's just a resonance thing, and because of it's happening to resonance, maybe it's affecting the way I can copy. So I just want to test Fade's. And Fade's, that power I can do without it being obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how best to describe this? Go ahead and unleash your powers.
Jeez. Okay, 5, so 6. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing happens. Except you take potential.
Right. Hmm.
Well, don't just stand here in the doorway. Come on in.
Fine.
We're having echoes. I can open up another box for you if you want.
Yes, please.
They're
What
like
about
these
Echo?
waffles. Yeah, they're like, but they come in the freezer and you just like pop them in and they're done really fast.
Fade is
Oh,
very,
Devin.
very. Fade's very silently just going to look at Devin and just mouth "thank you" because she was about to go. What's an ego?
Oh my gosh, you guys don't know what eagles are?
The future
Devin,
doesn't
how does
have
it work?
egos.
Yeah.
Cool.
Residents.
Okay.
So
Just don't go downstairs, girls. Your dad's down there. He's got one of his projects. So.
we'll just hang
we-
back while you guys go in the kitchen.
Okay.
That's cool.
Luckily, we have two toasters.
Well-
do we know
Yeah, show your friends
Devin's
around.
last? Do we know Devin's last name?
Yeah.
Dvorak.
Dvorak.
Okay, so it's just Fade, which is like, yeah,
And
thank you.
we probably need names for someone's got to remember this. I don't have a pen. Let's make
I
them
got it.
Dan and Debbie.
Dan Devin.
God, my real mom's name is Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, that was random. So Dan Dvorak and Debbie Dvorak
And then Sam.
and Sam.
Poor Sam.
I know, right? Well, they
It's like,
had
you don't
they had
get
Devin
it.
first, and then people were like, "Really? That's what you're going for?" Like, you're right. We have to break this because that was a terrible idea.
At least we had 3D, so it wasn't double D.
You're right.
Across the board.
It's just a thing in the superhero universe. Everyone's like, I really
Alliteration,
want
you never
my
know.
first and last name to match. It's
Yeah.
just like a thing.
Yeah, even if they're not superheroes, it's just
Yeah,
it's a trope.
a classic naming scheme.
Yes. So
Poor Sam.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna give them a tour. Let's go to my room first. I don't actually know where everything is.
okay, cool. So
You stay down here, Sam.
yeah, and are some of you staying in the kitchen to eat Eggos? Residence was gonna take Deadlock out and chat briefly.
Yeah,
so we'll see that happens.
Absolutely.
I want to
Fade has to investigate what the hell an ego is.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fade, let's doctor these up.
I will also eat egos.
Yes. Cool.
Okay.
This is the least
I go with
helpful thing
residence.
for all of us to do. So that's what we'll do here.
Cool. So do your mum said
Mm-hmm.
that she's never met anyone with superpowers before, right?
Right.
Have you got your powers?
I just tested it at the doorway when you guys came in because I couldn't test it before because I guess nobody in my family has powers. But I was having trouble, so I don't know if if it's like this body. I don't know if like
Yeah, it's
my
not just
other
you.
self doesn't have powers, or they're just like not used to using the powers because they don't know about them. Because how would I know unless I was around somebody to really know? I guess
Something's not right in this house. But I don't know if it's the house.
could be the temporal, like all this weird time stuff is messing everything up.
Yeah, it could, but like, so when when your mum asked about the powers and I like wanted to show her, like, rather than just talk about it, showman, like, it built up normally and then it just kind of faded. And that's not normal. So it felt like something took it away. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean because that's what I felt when I was trying to mimic your powers. Which is probably a good thing because Sam came up and she would have seen what I was doing.
Yeah. That's weird. Why don't we test a theory? Why don't we go outside and then see if you can absorb my powers and if I can do something, and then like see if it's something, it's this house or it's in the house or if it's the temporal thing. Because if we're outside, it's not the temporal thing, right? But if it's, so then it's either a house or somebody within this house. What do you think?
I mean, I'm all for testing theories. I don't know if I think the logic is flawed there. I don't know if that removes all the variables, but we can certainly test it out.
Okay, well, we can give it a go.
Yeah.
But felt weird. It didn't feel right. And I mean, to be fair, like, no, my powers felt fine in my own timeline. I don't know. Should we go outside?
Yeah, let's go to the backyard.
Okay.
Okay.
Go hang out on the swing set.
Just swinging. Okay. Let me try and make the street lights come on.
Easy enough.
Okay. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, let me try it. All right, I'm gonna try to make the streetlights come on.
Yeah, easy enough. It's immaterial.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that is weird.
Is there anywhere in your house that nobody is? Do you know?
No one's in my room right now.
Should we try
Everybody's in the
getting-
kitchen, or my dad's downstairs, apparently.
Okay. Should we go in your room?
Sure.
Have you got a tally in your room?
Oh, what?
No, you've wanted one,
Television.
but
Oh.
your folks don't agree to you watching TV late at night.
What about
No.
a stereo?
Yes.
What kind of music
Okay.
does 7th grade Devin listen to?
Oh,
Yeah.
Screamo. Just kidding. It's that very like middle school poppy punk, like Panic at the Disco,
Okay.
Fall Out Boy style. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Paramore.
I don't know
Paramore.
this. So I like stand on the other side of the room and try and make the stereo turn on.
There's
It's already, the volume's already turned way up, so it's
Yeah.
goes
Does
There-
it
there's-
turn on or not?
there's probably there's probably a so Lala did an album that was a little bit like Lala went through kind of like a little bit of a Fiona Apple situation, like for at least one album. And it was not hugely commercially successful because it was outside the normal realm, but it did pick up a little bit of extra play. So yeah, we'll say it's a Lala song.
Of course it is. Never gonna live this down.
Yeah.
So it's a Screamo Lala song.
Yeah.
What?
No,
I just-
no,
No,
it's,
no,
it was just a little bit of an experimental album that's a little bit less
Oh.
like your normal. And it did appeal to a broader segment of the population. So it was more closely aligned with Devin's musical taste.
Okay. So
And
I
also a little
turn
bit of a
it-
guilty pleasure.
I turn it on and just look at Devin like,
my sister really likes your music and put it.
uh-huh.
Must have put it on.
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't you turn it off then?
Okay, I try to turn it off
Easy enough.
rapidly. Thank God.
Okay.
Roll for it with
So it-
disadvantage. Haha, it fails. It just gets louder. No.
So it's not the house, and it's not this, time zone. So it's your mum and your sister.
Or maybe my dad has some weird, I don't know, he's like a mad scientist or something.
Maybe. But okay, so we were both in the living room when it happened. So we
Mhm.
could go test back down there, but we could test the living room.
If it is
it-
helpful, you can kind of just move together and then just do little sparks and test it. And everything works until you go into the dining area where everyone else is enjoying their egos. It's like
Yeah,
a little
just look at them.
it's like a little pop out into the backyard. It's like next to the kitchen. So there's like a little, whatever you call it. What do they call those things? It's not a full dining room, but it's right next to the kitchen. But it's where you put the
Kitchen
table.
nook.
Sure.
Breakfast nook.
Breakfast nook. Thank you. Because you're literally having breakfast. Yes. And it's a nook.
Mom, can I talk to you really quick?
Sure, sweetie. Anyone want any more syrup or butter?
Yes, please.
Yes,
I tried the yogurt and
absolutely.
applesauce. That was weird.
It's so good though.
It's not that weird.
I've never seen anyone who likes raisins and kiwis on their waffles. That's really interesting.
Raisins.
Also didn't even know robots could eat. That's very cool.
I have nanites.
Oh, well, that's super special.
Get that
Yes,
looked
I
at.
know. Thank you.
Well, when you guys take over the world, remember, I'm your hookup for waffles.
Y- yes.
Cool.
Bee
So, yeah.
is going to be just sitting there covering her mouth with her hands, trying not to spew food while cracking up at the interactions with Chili and Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, honey.
I give residents like a look like, okay, test it when I get her away.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
Yes, sweetie.
So I'm just like,
Yeah, nothing.
I just, I mean, you haven't yet. Just, try not to embarrass me, please, because they're older girls and, Okay, that's it. Good talk. Run back.
She just looks at you
runs
like,
away.
do we need to have a talk?
running back.
Okay. Yeah. You attempt, and because I would say because you're trying to be very, very subtle, and just like do a little single spark, and you can it's
Yeah.
like you get your hand under the table and you're watching, and you can see a little bit of light begin to form on your fingertip, and then where it would normally launch out and spark, it just fizzles.
I'm just gonna eyeball Sam.
I like bananas on my waffles, but sometimes the bananas are brown, and brown bananas are disgusting.
I've heard that you can make banana bread with brown bananas.
Why on earth would you make something gross like bread out of something delicious like bananas?
You don't like
Because
bread?
if you
Okay.
put something delicious with something gross, sometimes it makes something even more delicious.
That's not how it works.
Sometimes it makes something more gross.
That's true.
It does sometimes make something more gross too, but that is how science with food works.
My friend Sally, in when I was a kid, because she's quite young, so she's thinking about like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So my friend Sally thinks she's super special, and she thinks the same way. She's like, oh, sometimes you can put gross stuff and cool stuff together, and it makes it even better. And she put ketchup on her ice cream, and then she ate it, and she barfed everywhere.
Yes,
That's
I could
a bad
see that.
one. Yeah.
So what grade are you in, Sam?
I'm in 4th grade.
Oh, are you enjoying school?
I mean, it's okay.
Good to hear.
Residents.
Yeah.
So yes. I mean, we could go on
Yeah.
for 30 minutes having conversations with
Yeah,
them.
Tilly has found a list of conversational
this?
questions that you ask children.
Yes. And
She's running through
Not
the list.
brutal.
she has someone paying attention to her, so she will 100% monopolize Tilly's attention and
Yep.
engage you very, very deeply, as children want to do.
Probably ask you very inappropriate questions about you being a robot.
For sure.
It's fine. Tilly loves answering inappropriate questions.
And like
Let me
most
teach you
young
some
children,
emojis
she's
to
very
use.
sticky, and so she begins to put her sticky little hands. Let me touch your face. It's like, oh, your hair is
Ew.
pretty. Yeah, you're covered in grease
Oh, no.
and
Syrup.
It's going to take
Grease and
forever to
syrup.
get those out of the fibers.
yes. And probably like 17 different diseases because children.
I'm probably immune to disease
Probably so.
of children's.
That's true.
The rest of us are probably all coming down with kidfluenza.
Yeah. And pink eye.
Gross.
So
So I'd say, oh, there's a seat next to me, Devin.
Yep. Just sit next to the res.
It's yours.
does make sense. Why I wouldn't know. My parents wouldn't know.
Maybe she doesn't even know.
I don't think she does know.
Like,
I don't think
if you
anybody
don't
knows.
use it, how are you meant to know? Like, how did you know?
I don't know. I was pretty young.
I sneezed. Like electric came out once, and that, like, and then that's how I worked it out. Then just practiced for a bit, I guess. But if you don't know, so either your mum's lying, or maybe like, how did you get your powers? Do you know? Like,
I
obviously
always
mine-
just assumed I was born with them.
And I think it tell me if this is right. You don't remember a lot about your folks.
No, I was pretty young. It's more like, you know how something's blurry and you can't really picture the face, but you have a kind of a sense of the person, like you know that they existed, and you have like weird little, more like feelings than hard memories.
Yeah. And you tend not to think about much. What I will say is that being here, it does seem quite familiar. And it probably leads you to think about like there's something weird going on in your head, basically, where it's like it seems pretty familiar. Like you're not sure if you're formulating new memories just because you're here and you're like, oh, that seems so familiar, therefore I remember it, or if you're actually remembering more about your childhood. But yeah, it all seems more familiar than it should be given your very, very vague and early memories of family.
So you think you're born with it? Your mom. So that means, from what I know about, superpowers and that boring assembly that you all walked out on, but I stayed for most of it because that stupid woman by choice or whatever. I just didn't mention the accident. Anyway, like, it's generally either an accident or an experiment or genetics or like extraterrestrial. I make sure not to
Right.
when I say that, by the way.
I don't know. It's my parents could have powers they don't know about, or I think sometimes I don't know. Maybe it's a weird recessive gene or something sciencey.
Cool. So, in this timeline,
I can tell you I haven't gotten any training. This body has hardly any muscle, no muscle memory. My flexibility is awful.
but in this timeline, you don't exist, right?
What do you mean?
Like, as in, no, in our timeline, there's no reference to deadlock.
Correct.
Or even
impasse.
Impasse.
Or impact.
Or impact. Okay. So
that's not true. We didn't cover that part. So actually that is not true, but we didn't cover that part.
Just my mom doesn't know about impact.
Yeah.
So impasse and deadlock are not mentioned in this timeline.
Correct.
Well, right, because I'm here and I didn't know I had powers.
Yep.
So how do we intervene to make sure you become, impasse and then deadlock.
I mean, I have my powers.
That's true.
I just have to train. Easy.
But you need to meet impact.
Do I?
Well, yeah.
I remember everything that I learned from him. I don't think I do. I don't think I need him now.
But your story is that you became impasse and then deadlock because of the trauma that happened with Missy's over there, like her parentage and the fact that impact lied to you. That's how you became deadlock. If you hadn't had that, you wouldn't be deadlock, and therefore we need to
Kill my family?
no, not kill your family. I don't know, like how we got you to meet impact. I'm just saying, like,
Impact saved me after a supervillain took me. When I was very young. We're kind of past the mark.
what? When you were very young, like younger than you are now?
Yeah.
What's the point of us being here? So confused.
Pretty sure it was I told you guys that I wasn't going to be able to control where I took us.
Okay. Oh, my cat's walking over my keyboard. If anything happens, I apologize. Okay, fine. We're all good. We survived.
I don't think it's the worst thing if I don't become impasse. I can just skip straight to deadlock.
Except for the part where we fought the evil robots when you were still impasse to save the world.
Yeah, but I can do that as deadlock.
But you wouldn't be deadlock in time for that. Probably.
Close enough. We'll just have to train super hard.
I feel like you're trying to avoid your trauma here.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I had to just face mine.
That is completely different.
I know that means
That is absolutely different. We weren't killing anybody for that. I would happily get electrocuted.
What your mind thinks we have to kill someone?
Are we having this?
What is the
conversation
alternative
happening?
here?
Me and Devin are having this conversation quite quietly. It's just, like
I don't want to whisper into
getting
the mic and
louder.
not pick it up.
yeah, you see like people are,
Yeah.
when you're like, so you guys are obviously really loudly talking to Sam, but like we're generally, but obviously.
Okay. Well, at some point, I assume it's just Tilly talking to Sam, and the rest of you are having this conversation.
Yeah.
There's a really loud discussion about nanites and pooping.
Yes.
And where did the nanites poop?
Keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, okay.
If we replicate how I became impasse, they have to die. Like, that's the whole thing.
But how you said he saved you, but you didn't say your family died.
Because I don't like to talk about it.
So your family died in our timeline? Is that what you're trying
Otherwise,
to say?
I would have gone back to my family. That's the only reason why. Impact only adopted me because I had those powers and he didn't want me to go to Aegis. He didn't trust them with it.
Okay, but your family doesn't know that you have powers either.
Right.
So, I mean, like...
So something happened where it was never revealed that I had powers, which means the supervillain never realized I had powers and had no reason to, like, kill my family and take me.
Mm.
So all this time it's been under the radar probably because of Sam.
Did you see your family die?
No. I was also very young though, so I don't really remember.
So you don't know if they're actually dead?
I mean...
You mean what? Like, I'm not being funny, but all the agencies and everything that are in our timeline have definitely done worse things and covered up worse things than like
Yeah, but Impact,
seeing a family disappear.
I mean, he's lied, but
I'm just
wouldn't
saying.
lie about that, right?
God, I hope not, or we're never gonna get you to go back.
Timeline's going to change a lot.
Have you even met your dad yet?
No,
Like-
he's downstairs working.
Should go in the basement.
Maybe we should go meet your dad.
Hey,
You need to have got your powers from somewhere.
Maybe it's the guy who's doing weird experiments.
I like
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Sam. What were you saying?
She's got like the super hearing on one, trying to pick
Yeah,
up
I'm
Right.
listening to the whole conversation going like, I have so much
multitasking.
to say, but I do need to listen to about, yep, the school project. Yep.
It's got multiple
Also
tabs
involved.
open.
Good.
She makes a good point.
Yeah, sure. I'll go check in on him, but maybe just me. I don't want to like completely interrupt him.
Fine.
Why don't
Okay.
you go take one of these lovely
Oh yeah, taking breakfast. That's a good
and
idea.
some coffee? I hear a lot of people like coffee. Hey, Faye.
Oh man, that's a good idea,
We
Resonance.
should give coffee to the seventh grade body. That's
No,
good.
Fourth
No,
grade.
that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bring him a plate and
easy enough. Easy enough. So yes. So out of curiosity, and because I can't remember and I can't find it on World Anvil, did we ever decide what Impact's name is?
did we?
I don't think we ever did. It was so hard to write stories because I was like, I don't know what is what is her name.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Well, what is it?
I think it's Bryce Wyan. No.
Has a name like Keith or something.
Jeff.
Starts with I.
Ivan.
Maybe like I don't know, Jack Decker or something. That sounds, I don't know. I was gonna have it start with an I, but that's way too difficult.
You got like Isaac.
But
Ivan.
that's
it.
But yeah, we've got an Isla Isaacs already. So
Yeah, her name's Isla Isaacs. Yeah.
so
How about Evan Sanders?
Mm,
and he's a superhero, so it has to alliterate.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
has to be consonants.
It should be Michael.
No.
Mm,
What kind of name do you want?
just your standard, like, you know, superhero name, but not too crazy. Like a strong sounding name. I might have to circle back to this.
I just need well, what's the last name?
What about Anthony Adams? I don't know.
Tony?
Tony.
No,
Never called Tony.
Tony.
I don't know. Derek Dixon?
Steve is one that's used a lot. Steve, because Steve Rogers.
Steve.
And he is
Steve is.
he is of an older generation.
What about just something plain like Stephen Smith?
Very honest to me. Yeah. Where's my...
Are you using a like a generator?
No, I was going to my kids on broom sheets for all the.
Oh.
Oh, I'm
works too.
definitely looking for fantasy name generator right now. Ooh, Dominic?
See, like Dominic sounds like a villain to me, like Dominic Doom. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, chat. Give us your ideas too.
Yeah.
We won't guarantee.
James Jackson.
James Tiberius Clark.
About Lawrence Lawson. I don't know.
Cheese.
Larry.
Where do you
Larry.
have?
In fact, whatever, Larry.
He's like the meme character in the new Pokemon game. He's like the dude with 2 jobs. Normal. Poor Larry.
So, I mean, pick something that you like, Deadlock, or I'll pick something.
All right. We'll do. Hmm. Maybe.
Okay.
What's a D? Because I figure I'll just leave Decker as the last name. So like Dean Decker, Declan
Okay.
Decker.
There you go.
Derek?
Dean Decker.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That's good. Perfect. All right. So that critical challenge solved. I was just curious for no reason. Sorry. Back
Yeah.
to, so you're heading down to go talk to your dad.
Right.
So. Yeah, he's down there.
Cool. Yeah, I just very lightly knock on the door and then open and peek in and show the waffles
Yeah, yeah.
if he's paying attention.
Oh, hey, honey. Yeah, and he's full on, like his hair is a little bit mussed, and he is full on, like in the midst of something, and there's like a weird smell because he's soldering things. Sorry. Oh yeah, what time is it? And he looks at his watch. Oh, geez. You guys must have been up for a while now. Well, thanks for breakfast. Yeah, come on in. It's fine. It's safe.
I'll come in, gently put it on the table where there's space.
Yeah. So this is probably your, you have only the vaguest memories of this man. He kind of puts an arm around you and morning, kiddo, really nice. He has unusual scarring on the right side of his body. It's not disfiguring, but he has like an unusual kind of like starburst of scar kind of on this side of the face and then kind of down the neck, disappearing into under the collar.
In the pictures I saw, did they have them at all? In all the pictures, or
You didn't look.
Didn't pay attention.
You didn't look. It's not like super.
Or he was facing the other one.
Yeah, it's vague. I mean, you have to be up close to see it. Like I said, it's not like super disfiguring, and it doesn't look like a gash or something that would leave like thick scar tissue. It's more discoloration than anything. Oh, coffee, good. Oh, yeah. Mr. Decker's got me working overtime. I mean, not really. I love this. It's a really cool project.
You said Mr. Decker?
Yeah, my boss.
Like Dean Decker?
Yeah. Playboy billionaire Dean Decker.
Right. I look at some of the stuff he's messing with. Is it anything like weaponized or anything? Okay. No. Right. So what's your experience with people with superpowers? Cool project.
Well, back in the day, I don't know. It just kind of seems like, I mean, they're around, but I don't seem to run into them very often. Well, so Mr. Decker is he's not a big fan. So there aren't many people who have powers who work with us. I mean, he's a good guy. I just think he doesn't. I think he prefers not to employ superpowered people, which makes sense. I mean, because if you're a superpowered person and you're like, oh, I work a desk job, and then oh no, there's an asteroid, I gotta go fly off and prevent it from crashing into the Earth. I mean, that's not great for your overall like in office productivity.
Right, and as far as you know, does he have any powers like flying, regeneration, something along those
No.
lines?
I mean, he's super rich.
Right.
And he's very smart. He's a great engineer.
It's debatable.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard him. So like the next thing, like, so what I'm working on right now is a mechanism to allow self-driving cars.
Right.
Although I'm supposed to then get switched in a month or two over to the Mars Shot project.
The what?
Mars Shot. Send people
What's
to
that?
Mars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe send some other stuff first, Make sure it's
Well,
safe,
yeah,
that
I
there's no
mean-
like Martians, killer robots, like steel swarm things.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's like, so right now there's all this stuff with light tech industries. And so there's like all this conversation about we should be sending robots instead of people. But Mr. Decker is really like super focused on sending people to Mars. And like the scientists are like, yeah, but there's like cosmic radiation and yeah, it's going to take 3 years. And then people are going to be like totally irradiating get cancer. And it's a one-way trip. And he's like, I don't care. I'm a visionary. And he's a really good guy.
Right, billionaire playboy. So he doesn't have anyone he's interested in, or like a someone. I read in the like gossip mags there was someone named Violet.
Not that I can think of. Although he is apparently interested in buying another company, that flitter company that all you kids are on. I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yes, chat.
So do you meet with him a lot?
Without deadlock, Impact becomes Elon Musk. This future must be prevented.
That's horrific. Okay. Do you work with him a lot? Like meet him face to face a lot?
Oh yeah, he's very hands-on.
Oh yeah, gotcha. When's the next take your daughter to work day?
I mean, I don't really do that. I mean, I can bring you, but you'd have to skip school.
That's fine.
Like for a project or something.
Yeah. Besides, Mom said, 7th grade, you shouldn't really worry about it anyway. She said I was taking it too seriously.
Well, actually, yeah, you're right. I mean, once you get into AP classes and something, you need to take that seriously.
Right.
Because you got to be like a STEM genius, like your old man. Gives you a little scuff of your hair.
Deadlock's like. So,
yeah, just find a day when you like don't have any tests or whatever, and then I'll write you a note and I can bring you into the office.
Cool, Monday.
I mean, that's a little bit quick. Hold on. And so he'll flip open a laptop and he'll email. I just gotta email Janice and check and see if it's okay. Maybe Tuesday would be better. Because I don't think she'll get this until Monday morning. I don't want to just show up unannounced. So Tuesday, make sure you don't have any tests.
Sure.
And make sure if you have any homework that's due on Tuesday that you turn it on Monday.
Right.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Cool.
Anyway, got to go back to this LiDAR detection rig. Thanks for the coffee.
Yep. I'm going to go back upstairs.
Again, the nanites don't poop. They use the energy that they get from the food to
But what
Yeah,
about the
good
energy
point.
that stops exist specters in on this conversation now?
Devin just sits back down quietly.
Fade has chipmunk cheeks full of Eggo waffles. She's 100% obsessed.
Devin, did you know that robots poop? Isn't that gross?
Mm-hmm.
She clearly loves it.
It's just a small amount of waste byproduct.
Yeah, but where does it go?
I will not discuss this.
there's a hole in Tilly's backyard where she buries her shame. It's fine. So, I think Devin, your mom will come in and kind of see that. Okay, Sam, I think you have monopolized these young ladies' time long enough. How's your dad doing?
Good. He's good. He's just working on stuff for Mr. Decker, and yeah, he said we're gonna go on Tuesday, like a take your daughter to work day thing, so I
Oh,
can learn more
cool.
about it.
Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, maybe you can see all the like super secrets that go on in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure there's lots of secrets.
I know, right? Anyway, I mean, with the way that man flits everything that comes into his head, I'd be surprised if there's anything that the world doesn't know about his plans. But anyway, it's fine. He pays well. Cool. Well, you know what? How about, Sam, you and I go to the park and we'll get out of these young ladies' hair so they can do their project or whatever. They're like, but Mom, robots poop. It's like, that's nice, sweetie. Come on, let's go get your boots. It rained yesterday. So yeah, she will take Sam away to the park.
Cool. Tilly, I need you to download everything there is on Mr. Dean Decker.
Who's
Okay.
that?
Who's that?
Impact in this timeline.
What?
That's
And
his
I
name?
do that?
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of news articles about his great latest innovations.
He got serious about business about 7 or 8 years ago. Like before that, he was kind of a reclusive because he inherited billions, probably from a diamond mine. But anyway, he inherited billions, and he was kind of like, he would make sporadic appearances in public, but like very little was known about him. He was very, very private. And then like almost overnight, he got very, very serious about science and technology as a business.
Is that around the time?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, something else happened.
Yes. And because you know what you're looking for, you do find references to both Impact and Violet Scepter.
But they suddenly stopped.
Yeah.
Around 7 to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So what we do is we're here so we can get the information we need to change a few things. Not all the things. Just enough that you are still impasse at some point. And I guess they get together and stay doing things instead of business.
Well, the problem is Spectre won't be born.
Oh. Yeah. So what's the plan?
I I mean, I don't think we can change anything in this timeline that's gonna fix stuff.
So
Not,
we need to go back in time again.
but we can get information we need
Here.
here to know
Right.
what happened to make this happen.
Right. Or what didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And then we
Okay.
go back in time and we like, I don't know, make it seem like your family died, but we actually kidnapped them. And then we put them into like witness protection. And then you know that you have a family and you can go get them later. Easy peasy.
Yeah, because we're so good at time travel.
Yeah, we should start at Decker Industries or whatever it's called here. What is it?
Are we going to
Business
wait
name
until
is-
Tuesday?
No.
I don't think we should wait until Tuesday.
Okay. Well,
What if
then,
Spectre disappears by then?
Oh my God.
Right?
Saturday,
I feel
that's 3
fine.
days.
Yeah, I'm not saying the clock is ticking, but
It's probably fine. I
it's
have healing
Probably.
powers.
Where are you guys gonna stay for a few days? You're not staying here.
yeah, right.
yeah,
no.
like,
Could live in the
where
park.
We'd live.
And there were too many squirrels in that park.
Well, there's fewer
Not
now.
anymore.
Yeah, there's not as many now. Yeah, no, we should just like go check it out / do digging research and figure out what we need to fix. Obviously, we need to fix this. And that's all I know.
Cool. So your plan is to break into Decker Industries.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Yes.
just go up to the
Nothing will
CEO,
go
no
wrong.
problem.
Or
He probably
di-
doesn't have any bodyguards around him or anything.
Yeah,
Maybe I know some codes. Maybe there's some overlap.
it's possible. Cool. So do you leave a note for your mom or something?
You should probably tell her that we need to do
She doesn't call the
Yeah.
police.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave a note.
Okay.
Maybe I'll say we're going to a superhero museum or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and yeah, you have a vague enough recollection that this is safe. The whole entire, aside from the the alien invasion every 2 weeks, etc. There are superheroes, street level heroes that patrol around. So this is a relatively safe place, and so it's kind of okay on a weekend for a bunch of teenagers and tweens to go to a museum or go to the mall. It's fine.
And when I go to get ready, I'm really annoyed that it takes so long to like brush my hair and stuff. I'm like, God, so
Right.
You're so much.
Yeah, I'm sure Tilly's been looking because she probably has not had much chance to time to observe anyone actually growing up. Like conceptually, I know that people go from baby, kid, teen, adult. It's like, small whole time.
It's like the Sims where they get their birthday and then they immediately go to the next step.
Yeah. I assume it's like that. We just hopped in the middle stage, and
Yeah.
I presume when you hit high school, you'll just kind of whoop, and then you're at the next stage.
Cool.
So, guys,
Definitely.
I think we should all set our watches with an alarm for like 5 o'clock because I reckon Devin will have to be back by like 6 because that's kind of roughly when my curfew was when I was this age. So, we don't want to get in trouble with that.
Do I know what my phone number is? Like the house phone number?
It's probably easy enough to find. Or Tilly can just
Isn't it
like
written
Yeah.
on the telephone.
it's probably you
that's,
probably
like,
have a rotary phone and it's written at the bottom like it usually
Yeah.
is.
Just making sure, just so we can call just in case.
Yeah.
Since I apparently don't have a cell phone.
You don't. Your mom does. There's probably like a set of there's like for like the babysitter's list of emergency
Yeah,
contacts,
Bristicle.
on the fridge.
and there's Debbie's cell number, so you can call her if you want.
Cool. All right, let's go.
Cool. All right. What do you do? Where do you go? Go in.
We're going for
Tilly can
Decker.
go-
yeah,
Incorporated
Tilly
or
can
whatever it is.
easily download the local bus schedule. And yes, you can head to city center. And yeah, it probably takes 45 minutes. But yes, you are in downtown, and there is the Deck Corp building. It is gothic. It is imposing. It is, gleaming chrome and glass.
At least the aesthetic's good.
Fade wants to ask her question. What does the future know about this? Specifically this building.
Nothing.
Okay, so it doesn't exist for her in the future, at least to her knowledge.
Yeah, it doesn't exist in the future that you came from.
Okay.
On our
Cool.
bus ride. Oh, go ahead.
She's not going to share any information then.
On our bus ride, did we talk strategy about what we're doing when we go in?
How are we
find him?
trying
Are we just going to tell him, hey, we're from the future, dish and what you did, or are we going to try to be subtle about it?
I think subtle to get in there, but then when I confront him, I'm probably gonna
Okay. Start
mention
yelling.
some things only someone that was close to him would know,
Okay.
so that he takes us seriously.
All right. This will probably be fine. I'm very subtle.
Yeah.
Right.
We're all very subtle in our superhero costumes.
Going to a place
With
where
the 12-year-old.
he hates superheroes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she dated a little. Devin's probably very frustrated that she's like so much smaller than everybody else.
It's so cute. I love it.
Well, there is a little downtown mall, and so if you between you probably have enough cash that isn't like dated in the future, so that you could buy some cheap clothes that don't look like superhero costumes if you'd like. You don't have to.
Yeah, probably a
Platform
good idea.
They're
And it's all that early 2000s fashion too.
These
Layered
jeans
tank
sit
top,
so low.
big
Lots
belt.
of layering, lots of layering.
All the stuff that's coming back.
yeah.
Lots of camis, yeah.
So you
Belts that you don't need.
I feel like I can't pull up my pants.
yeah you hit the local warm topic, and get yourself some or Forever 22 or whatever.
we got some low rise flares,
Absolutely not.
extra layered camis.
Want me to look like a robot, or should I just try to do that disguise thing that I did before?
I mean, it's like a tech company. They probably think you were cool.
Yeah, but if you're a competitor, maybe not so cool.
Definitely a competitor. She said we were going to
Right.
take over the world, and it seems true, which is a little suspicious.
Yeah,
We'll deal with that.
Cool.
all right.
So yeah, suitably disguised, a group of teenagers wander into the lobby of the Deck Corp building.
We
What
have
happened?
Devin tries to look over the counter, just like, excuse me.
Security guard goes, yeah, can I help you?
Yes, we need to. Is there like a map somewhere that we can figure out the places of the building?
Oh, this building isn't open to the public.
Right, we're
Young
here for a
lady.
school project.
Hold on a second. Scans down. I don't see any group tours. Also, it's a Saturday.
Oh, right, we can't do the school project while we're in school.
Are you sure you have the right date? Because usually when kids come in for a school tour, there's like a teacher and we've got like an executive to
Oh
host
no,
them.
it's
There's
not
like,
a tour. It's just we're trying to do stuff for a project.
It's a school project.
Right.
oh, so no one knows you're here. Okay, well, so hi, welcome to Deck Corp. Unfortunately, this is a place where
Sage whisper.
grown-ups work, and a lot of what they work on is very important, and potentially
my dad works
dangerous.
here.
Oh, your dad works here.
Yes.
Oh, and what is his name?
Why did you ask it like that?
I'm just curious.
He's gonna
As
call
he-
my dad.
You can see him reach for the phone.
Yeah.
Well,
Fade's gonna pipe up and just go, maybe you can answer this question for us. You see, we all kind of really are hoping to meet Dean Decker. Is he working today?
Yeah,
By
we
chance? Could maybe make an appearance to, take a couple of candid photos with some teeny boppers.
Oh, yeah. No. I tell you what, though, if you'd like to give me your addresses, I can make sure that you get a signed photo.
I don't have an address here.
He's like, I don't have an address. It's like, oh,
We're all homeless.
okay, well, thanks a lot.
okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Did she give him the kitty cat cafe?
Yeah.
Can I be like?
Well, I want to get Nyx out of the backpack once we get outside
Okay.
and be like, can you do some recon?
I was gonna say, yeah. Could I have been looking around to see if there's ventilation system or something that we could crawl through?
Oh yeah, it's everything. There's all
Okay.
sorts of ways that you could do this. You just decided to walk right up to the security guard.
I mean, it's,
Might as well try the easiest option first, you know?
yeah, and then we'll do what we should be doing, which is,
Yes.
pop off
I
the
just wanted
cover
the
and-
scene of Devin trying to look over the counter.
Yes.
Yes. We have to lift you into the vent.
Yeah.
And could we use the bathroom before we leave?
Sure.
We
There's
haven't-
a restroom right over there.
Cool.
All right, we'll
Girl
meet you
group.
outside.
Girl group to the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
mean,
a
can't-
lobby restroom as you would expect in a big building. For visitors and stuff. It's not through the security gates or anything.
Cool. So, but it still has building access, which is the important
It's
part.
inside, yeah. So,
Cool.
What do you
So
do?
Fade's gonna go into the bathroom with the backpack that has the cat.
okay.
Thought we'd gone outside with the backpack with the cat. I'm confused.
I think we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
retconned it. It's fine.
We are teenage
Okay.
girls, and that's what you do.
Okay.
We pee in packs.
Said one thing and then another, so I got confused. Sorry.
Okay. So what happens?
Well, we can just get in the vent. Let's go.
We have to know that the vent goes somewhere. That's why I was going to have
Okay.
Nyx do recon.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's a
Nick's
cat in the vent.
100% recons. Comes back
Great.
with a mouse and then drops it on you.
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
It's got a shuriken sticking out of it.
This.
This cat is so cool.
That seems unnecessary.
Thanks.
But
Thank you. And I turn around and throw it away, take out the shuriken. Here, I think this is yours.
Yeah. Just stuffs it back in a little ninja costume.
She fed her human. It's
Okay.
fine.
all right, well, that
All right.
is probably good enough info. So everyone up and in.
Yep.
I need a boost.
Yeah.
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 Tilly's probably going to boost most folks.
Probably.
Yes.
I can get in.
So, you're going to.
That's 6 foot.
So, Tilly, I think you probably make the most sense to unleash your powers to see if you can, Tilly or Resonance. Because what I'm looking for is a reasonable way that someone could get a lay of the land so you don't spend 8 hours just wandering around.
Yeah, it's also a long climb if he's in the penthouse or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I got a 12 on Unleash Your Powers.
Okay, yes. So you are able to
I will let Tilly do it.
right. So you're able to the interior systems of this place are very, very secure. And I will even say that there's some counter intrusion that looks to be like specifically designed to make it difficult for Lytech technology. But you're
I feel targeted. But...
right. But you're different enough, and you're also not. You're also just looking for schematics, and so you're able to see that. Yes, in fact, you can probably just go up like 2 floors to like a bay of offices, and then make your way up. You estimate it's going to be very, very difficult if you're trying to climb 30 floors through vents. And
Still sucks to do
some
the
of them
stairs,
get
but
like as it gets higher up, they get smaller and smaller. So at some point you're not going to be able to all fit. But yeah, you plot a reasonable route. You have a good idea of where the security cameras and patrols are. And if you want to ask any questions as a result of that move, you may. But I'm just saying that for the knowledge dump, you have a pretty good idea of how to get wherever you want to get.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm denting up their system. All the vents have suspicious.
Yeah.
Robot dents. All right.
so
anyway.
we're going up the stairs. Devin is going to be winded because her body is not conditioned for this.
I'll give you a piggyback.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tilder's just doing the super aggressive mechanical elbow crawl. Right.
Exactly. It makes handholds do
Yeah,
the
it's
dents.
true. Cool. So yeah, you find yourself in some empty office, busting out the vent. What do you do?
All right, we're in.
Make sure the coast is clear. It is a Saturday, luckily, so hopefully not too many people are.
Roughly 10% of the workforce is badged in. Philly.
Yeah. So 10% capacity.
But probably about 30% are connected to the VPN.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people working at home. Like
and over
that.
weekends.
Yeah.
Because their
Just
company
checking that
culture.
Dean Decker's one of those people. That,
Their
Yes.
company
Yeah.
culture does not have a good work-life balance.
No.
Tilly, what's the fastest way to wherever he is?
Well, we should take the executive elevator.
Sure.
Great.
It's just over here.
Easy enough.
In between residents and Tilly, we could probably get it to work, right?
Yeah, I think so. Their system has anti-Lytech defenses in it, which is neat. But
it's outdated to your system, surely.
yeah. I'm much more advanced.
Mm.
The base capabilities that you're familiar with would be thwarted and probably would trigger some sort of alarm, but you are not a base model. And there are some very unique things about you.
It's not
They
the
probably-
aliens, though.
You probably get in the
Probably not
elevator.
the aliens.
Alien campus put an alien sticker on Tilly's arm.
They probably get in the elevator, and Devin's like, "I want to press the button." I mean, I don't know where that came from.
Okay, you can press the button.
Just don't press all of them.
Oh no.
Hey,
Just the top part.
so there's a key code lock.
Yeah. Okay. Key code lock. All right. Can I use checking the files to think of different key codes that I would know?
Yep.
How many attempts do you think it has?
3.
Okay. Well. 6. Where is my... Okay, I've been reading the files. You've been... Okay. Plus superior. So... 7. On a hit, tell the team on important detail you've learned as your study. Okay, so I'll just say, so I got a 7.
Okay.
So I'll probably try the code that makes the most sense, or just try a couple codes.
Yeah. And because it was
See if
just a
one-
bare success, you try the 2 most obvious ones, and then you think it's like, oh no, wait.
Could be something older.
Yeah, exactly. And you put it in, and it turns out it works. And
Nice.
then you take the express elevator up to like the 34th floor or something. And yes, it opens up. It is a suite / workshop. So there is a desk, but the majority of this area is just a series of workstations. So there's like a robotics bench, there's a chemistry station, there's a bunch of diagnostic equipment. It's reasonably well organized, but there's just a lot of stuff. This is more of a workroom than a office.
Okay. Gotta sneak. So I don't want him to call security on us.
And it
If he's
appears to be
in
empty.
Oh, okay.
Come
Cool.
in here. 'Cause
We're looking for information, intelligence.
Devin's sneaking against the wall. The rest of us are like, there's no idea.
Right.
I mean, I guess we can.
There's a really sloppy roll to get to another cupboard.
Nick picks up what you're putting down and then reaches into the ninja costume and throws down a smoke bomb. And then it's just gone. Then you look up and there's the little eyes staring down from the ceiling. Got her claws in the hanging ceiling.
Good dear.
Okay. Make our way to wherever his desk is.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Super fancy, kind of like a multiple monitor setup.
Cool. I'm gonna try to log on to his computer.
Yeah, read the files again.
Oh, okay. 6, 5, so 12.
Cool. Yeah, you try a couple of things, and you get down to like you try like you're like, oh, I know, you like really the kind of advanced super secrets. You know a lot of the codes, and then you just get an intuition, and you type in Violet.
He's still simping.
It's like, ugh. All right. I look around. I don't even know if he has anything good on his computer, but look for anything that seems.
Yeah, I think that the result of your 12 on reading the files is once you get in and there's the kind of the encrypted drive with all the kind of personal stuff on it, that's where that really comes into play because you know all the things that he uses to keep the most secret stuff secret, except the stuff that he keeps secret from you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can. How about we call that? Because assess the situation doesn't really work. So let's just do 3 questions. No roll.
I want to essentially try to figure out when he stopped being impact or if he's still doing impact things.
No, he is not.
Okay. And then
And he stopped.
what his
7 years
relationship
ago.
with Violet at this point, if they
None.
have any contact whatsoever. Okay. And then does he know anything about my family that we don't know? Like, is there any files on us or anything?
Yes. Your father was involved in a laboratory accident. He was exposed to, he was working on the alternative power generation project. And he was exposed to, there was an accident, an explosion. And it seems to be fine. There was, 6 months of there was initial hospitalization, 6 months of monitoring, but mostly it was just to make sure everything was okay.
And this was before I was born?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. Probably gonna like search his desk and stuff just cause. What does it say on his calendar? Like, where is he right now? Does it have that?
He is up in the mountains.
Oh my god.
The mountains.
He's got a chalet.
Of course he does.
And he's got some. He's invited some tech bros from all around the world for a tech bro weekend up in the mountains.
And then their phones get cut off, and then the murder happened. Okay. Well, we could be at the prize in the mountains. We can jump there.
I mean, do we need to? Like, isn't the
we
point of this
would
just to
need
get
someone
the
that knows how to
information?
teleport. That's not gonna happen.
Teleport?
I mean, you've seen time portals twice now.
Yeah, that was time jumping though. We don't want to risk getting trapped somewhere else. Let's see.
We could just live in his office until Monday. I'm sure that'd be exciting.
Well, I mean, is there anything on the computer that would point us to what happened and when exactly?
So I will say, based on your questions, there's the start of an autobiography, and it's the way that it's written. You wouldn't know unless you knew him or you knew the alternate him what it was referring to. But it talks about like why he stepped into industry, and it's a whole bunch of, you know, I'm a free speech absolutist, and I'm just trying to advance mankind or whatever. And, you know, I want to drill a tunnel under Cleveland, you know. So there's a bunch of that, much as expected. But in skimming through it and kind of knowing what you're looking for, you learn two things. One, there's kind of thinly veiled references to the way that he used to try to make the world better. And that it went terribly wrong. And he made the decision that instead of working outside the system, he needed to work inside the system. And there's a strong sense of guilt. And the other thing that you learn is that he had a kind of very unfortunate family upbringing.
Right. It's weird though, because wasn't Spectre conceived before that? Or near it? Anyway, so I'm curious why Spectre wasn't born.
The time lines up almost exactly.
Yeah. It's very upsetting that this isn't just some like Playboy cover. You know, he's actually trying to do stuff this way.
No, yeah, he really is melon husk.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I figured out how I got my powers. Impact's fault. Or Dean Decker. Granted, he didn't really know at the time. But he had to have after.
There's nothing in the records.
Way more sense. No, I mean in our timeline. But he's never mentioned it. But that makes way more sense why he also adopted me. It was probably out of guilt. Plus not wanting Aegis to have some superpowered kid. Figures. All right, well, team. Says little Devin.
It's so hard to
Well,
take you
team,
seriously when you're like
let's
this.
go.
You have like hair and everything. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient. That's a lot of time.
Braid it.
Maybe later, Tilly.
We all sit in a circle and braid each other's hair.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I don't really know where to go from here other than waiting until like Tuesday.
I mean, wasn't the whole point just to get the information that we needed so that we could go back and fix whatever caused all of this?
Yeah, but we don't know yet.
I mean, there's one other person we could try.
I
If we
mean,
wanted to track down a Violet Hudson.
Mhm.
is there information on Violet Hudson around?
But I don't know how that would. I mean, it would explain, I guess, how you disappeared. It wouldn't really explain how whatever
was he
incident
there?
that led to
Well,
me
but
being-
she was probably present for the incident. Because if
Yeah.
things didn't go that way, then something went wrong during that.
I don't think the two are related. Because
Okay.
like your thing, like because they accidentally killed a random dude, and that while they were doing their, playing good cop, whatever, cops and robbers. But it seems like that still happened. I just don't know why you weren't born this time. But that doesn't have anything to do with my thing.
Well, if he gave up being Impact, then nothing with the stuff would have happened with you.
Well, yeah, but
So we gotta make sure that he stays Impact and also doesn't become whatever this is.
unless he became Impact again, because now there's this super-powered kid that he feels like he created that resulted in his employee's family being murdered and this kid being taken as superpowers and now needs a mentor.
Oh, my head hurts.
What? I'm liking the train of thought where you're going with that. What if you're remembering things wrong about when your parents died? Because like that can happen. It's a traumatic event. What if that event
Just figured I blocked it out.
has been altered in your brain and hasn't happened yet?
That seems crazy.
But it's
Altered in my brain. That's a lot.
it is, but
Because it's not
When
just
we
me
went
not
back-
remembering.
it could very well be that you're blocking it out, that you're envisioning it as something from when you're younger to a time period when you don't remember it. What if it's all there and your brain just like shut it down? What if your event...
Yeah, but we would have known that Impact was that, because you guys would have all been in middle school too. Do you guys remember Impact being this guy? Or
I'm
Dean
not
being
here
this guy
yet.
and all that?
I'm
Well, not you,
still...
I wasn't around.
Yes.
Right, but you have access to all. You would have maybe had files on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you all remember the timeline that you're familiar with.
Yeah, time-wise, I think everything lines up to something changing at the time of the incident.
Yeah.
So probably isn't a misremembering thing. Maybe.
I don't like time.
Okay, but if the two are correlated, I don't think I'm comfortable with making a future happen where my family gets killed.
We aren't.
Gotta be another
we
way.
can change it a little bit. There was already differences with
That
residences.
is not a little change. You're talking about 3 lives being changed, being
It's a
saved.
witness
We don't know that we're going to
protection
change the
program.
future for the worse, though. We might do stuff better now that we know what the Steel Swarm is and everything, right?
Exactly.
It's possible,
We're great.
but
We've
Sure.
already time traveled. You've time traveled before, and it worked out fine.
Yeah.
And now we're time traveling, and it's going to work out great.
I mean,
Yeah, kid. I thought it was great.
stop the aliens. That's what
We
matters.
stopped the aliens.
Look, everything's just confusing.
Stop the aliens who
Look,
maybe only came because of something.
Don't worry
someone.
about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
We stopped the aliens and stated, do
Yeah.
not interrogate it further.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to search for more information about Violet Hudson.
Yes. She runs a wig store. I mean, a high-end boutique. Probably 10 minutes away.
Oh, that's convenient. All right, did we get everything we needed from here?
I think so.
All right, back
Wait,
down.
hang on. Go through and delete all of the plans to acquire Flitter.
Right. You have just saved the future of this timeline.
Yeah.
And then we go back down the elevator to the floor that we started on, and then I'm like, back through the vents, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we leave the bathroom like 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever, teenage girls. Who knows?
Yeah, we're doing our hair.
Yeah, right. Cool.
That's why we braided our hair.
I was gonna say Devin conveniently has a long braid now.
Yes. He'll wave at you as you leave.
All right, and we walk to the boutique.
Gonna go to Visions by Violet.
I hate it.
Yes, yes.
Tell me about it.
It is
am
open.
happy that he is 10 minutes away from her, and it's probably super awkward all the time. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You walk in and there is Violet Scepter. Well,
Oh, and I bet when his driver is really mad at him, he drives by the store just
Right.
for a little bit of emotional damage.
yes. And you come in and the little bell over the door jangles. Be with you in a second, says a familiar voice.
I'm just like internally like, don't call her mom. Don't call her mom. Don't call her mom.
And she pops out. She's wearing basically no makeup. Just a, comfortable like cardigan or something. Little flats. Chinos. And she kind of looks out and goes, oh. Well, what can I help you ladies with?
Meanwhile, Devin is looking around the store for like stashed weapons or places to hide stuff.
It's a bunch of wigs. Nice wigs.
Did Violet have powers, or is it just guns?
Guns.
Okay.
And martial powers.
As far as you know. What?
It's a secret we'll unveil later.
So. Oh, I like your hair, she says to Spectre.
Thanks. Yeah.
She says, may I? She comes over and looks at it. Hair is kind of my
so
thing.
weird.
Devin just looking at her all sus. Little Devin.
Yeah. Little Devin.
Pay no mind to this surly child.
Right?
Out of character, I'm realizing we didn't really think about how we were going to approach this.
Not at
How
all.
do you just walk up up to somebody and be like, "Hey, by the way, I
we
know
had a
about
10-minute
your
walk.
super alter ego. Do you want to tell us?"
We have to, I think, lay it out with some truth that
Rip
we
off
know
the
about
Band-Aid.
her past.
Yeah, we can have a flashback frame. As you walk into the store and the readers are like, well, they're just gonna walk in and just like, we know you're so and so. It's like flashback frame to what your actual plan is.
I think it's probably the same as what we were going to do with Impact, where you say, hey, I know some stuff about the past and we need to know about this incident. And then if it gets to the future conversation, we'll get there. But that'll be cool, right? You can do this, right, Spectre?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely the one that should be doing this.
It's fine if you mess stuff up because we have to go back in time and change stuff anyway.
So we
Yeah,
could
You're
do
not
it
going to
again
remember
later.
any of this. It doesn't matter.
If you just keep trying, that won't cause any problems.
Yeah. We can try to time loop it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. What's this?
Devin just interrupted.
Start with I'm
because
your
she's
daughter.
Yeah.
But if you take too long, Devin's going to interrupt. And
Well, what happens?
So this is gonna be a little weird. There several years ago, there's an incident, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
what is the nature of your relationship with Dean Decker?
A wig related incident?
No, more of a super villain, superhero incident.
And that's when Deadlock pops up with what's your
Yeah, what's your relationship with Dean Decker? Like jumps up the counter.
she kind of gets a frozen look on her face and then just kind of goes blinks slowly. Just a second.
Don't go anywhere. Hands where we can see them.
What? Devin,
okay,
relax.
sweetie. Calm down.
And then Nyx pops out from behind.
She's like, calm down, sweetie. Your cat's cute. So she goes and she'll just flip the little sign on the door, like to a back in 5 minutes. Well, I think you ladies should take a seat. And there's a nice little seating area where people wait while people are getting their wigs fitted, I guess. I don't know.
I'm fine standing, thank you.
She's like this all the time.
Okay. So I'm not sure how you found out, but yes, I did have a misspent youth. I made some bad choices. But that's behind me now. And I would really appreciate it if you didn't go. I mean, I'm not sure how you found out, but I'd really appreciate it if you don't go spreading that around because I'm trying to run a business. And obviously, it is difficult to run a business if people think that you are, and I was never really a super villain. I just made bad choices.
Yeah, that's great. And don't worry, we're not gonna tell anybody, but we just kind of need to know what happened that made you guys stop doing what you did.
How do you know about all this?
We're from the future.
Did
ma'am.
you
We're
sleep
from the
with
future.
Mr. Decker? Do you have any bastard children you want to tell us about?
Oh my gosh.
So all that happens. So Tilly says we're from the future. Deadlock says it's my children. And she's like, whoa, okay, one at a time. From the future?
Yeah. But it's different in our future because something changed.
Not the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's this about children?
Yeah. She
Paige
looks
just
familiar
gonna
to you.
slide over to Val, put her arm around her, and be like,
She will come close.
It's literally a micro you.
Why are you like this?
I've literally been trying wigs on this whole entire time.
Yeah.
And not really paying attention until the point that Devon yelled about illegitimate children. Then I did the whole like.
You're right. You got some sort of long, straight blonde wig with severe bangs, and you turn and it flares out.
I'm like
Yes.
really sharp.
In the lies.
Yes. There's a couple of frames as this conversation's happening, and in the back of every single frame, Resonance has a different look on.
Wig on.
Like one is a big beehive, one's dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And you're currently wearing the Janice from the Muppet Show.
Yes, definitely. I actually own that wig.
There you go.
I've dressed up as Janice from the Muppets. That's
There you
funny.
go. And forgetting it, you come to listen to the tea be spilled. So yes, Violet will come over and look at you and just go, wow. Well, isn't that something?
Yep. Sure is.
Honestly, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about this.
Well, Spectre doesn't feel great because she doesn't exist in this timeline.
Oh, okay. So how
Yeah,
did that,
We don't want to know that detail, I don't think.
No, we do.
All that we know is that you and my
Yeah, did you take
my
any plan B?
father, who is Mr. Decker, got together at some point and had me, but apparently that never happened here.
ooh, I mean, it happened, but not the last part.
Hmm.
It was just the one time.
Oh, mm. Yeah, that's great.
But things were, let's just say there was tension. And
We don't need all of
had-
those details, Val's mom.
things
I
had
think we
been
do, though. We got to
different.
know how to change it.
If things had been different, who knows?
Okay, but what things could have been different? I mean, like,
Why did he start being a weird billionaire who...
I mean, he was always a weird billionaire.
Okay, but like a public weird billionaire.
Like a tech bro billionaire.
Yeah. So we got a little carried away.
Right? And someone died?
Yes.
Yep, no one important, which made it worse.
Yes. In fact.
Okay, so that still happened.
Yeah, but then things stopped after that?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Maybe because she didn't have a child to provide for.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I can imagine that it probably changes your life. Having a kid. You're really pretty. I'm glad to know. So wait a second. If you're from the future, but none of that happened, what's going to happen to you?
We've really been trying not to think about that part.
Yeah.
If we keep
Which is why
hopping through
we're trying to
time,
change
maybe
it.
we won't have to.
Okay. Do I run a wig store in the future?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. What do I do in the future?
Try
Well,
to
you
kill
never-
us.
That's not.
Oh,
You
true.
know
come on.
those bad choices that you made?
Yeah, I kind of kept making
They
them.
can continue.
Oh, well, I don't like that.
I mean, I didn't like it either, but you're kind of better now, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, she's a
It's
contractor with Aegis now.
oh yeah, that's right. Now you work for the government.
I work for the government. That's interesting.
Yeah. It's fine. We're getting off topic. But thanks.
So me and Dean hooked up again.
Apparently.
Okay, let's leave.
We don't.
I
don't
mean,
think we have to go back in time.
Paige
She's
is
no-
just whispering under her breath. Gross.
she's not a supervillain, but she's still violent.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is going to turn into Teen Magic Academy where we're trying to hook up two adults.
I know. This is the worst.
Cactuses.
You cannot get away, SJ. So no, but she is a little bit amused, right? So but has just decided to take things at face value, and it's kind of like, well, if this is a hallucination or a weird temporal anomaly, or if it's all true, it doesn't really matter. There's nothing I can do about it. Cool. Well, I hope things go well for you. Hope you don't disappear. You seem nice.
Thanks. I hope I don't disappear either. Yeah, thanks for your time. We'll get out of your hair.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you.
Great joke.
And she said, oh, and by the way, I need that
Great
wig back. That's a custom.
You wouldn't happen to still have some of those like weapon stashes or anything anywhere, right?
Oh, no. No, I got rid of all that stuff.
Shame. Not even like kind of the old like rocket launchers or
Mm-mm.
dang
It's
it.
all wigs
I don't-
now.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I know where
You
most
could-
of them were.
You
I
can pierce
go
the mask
look.
if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay.
Dang it. I'm still angry.
You're in a tiny 12-year-old body.
You could wreck the wig store as a reckless
I
action
might-
and stop being
I
angry.
might
Yeah.
still get it. Maybe.
That's the wig.
What is Pierce?
Pierce the mask
Oh,
is
no.
mundane.
Nope. Mundane 0. Yeah, so
We have things.
I'll use one minor boon to make it a 7.
Okay. Ask your question.
Okay.
Or something like that. It doesn't have to be word for word.
Yeah, I don't believe the whole she's left everything behind. Like she doesn't even have a backup stash just in case someone comes after her as Violet Scepter later, I'm just not believing that she's doesn't have any backup plans or anything.
She does not. And to reinforce that, she will, like, she's being honest. And then to reinforce it, she will share that Dean helped her basically expunge that entire part of her life, which is why she was very surprised that anyone knew about it. So got rid of all the stuff, got rid of all the records. As far as the rest of the world knows, she is Violet Hudson, Wigmaster.
Fine. But I'm watching you.
Your friend is very strange.
She's what?
Okay, let's go. This is
Yeah.
intense. Just pushing, like where you see in the cartoon, they're pushing them out and they're like leaning back.
Yeah.
That's how I'm removing right now. All the time.
Well, if you decide to stay in this time, come say hi or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We don't have
I can give you a
place to
discount on
stay. Would you
wigs.
stay?
I'm good, thanks. So now what do we want to do? Like biggest pinpoint we have is to go back to the incident and go from there, or go back to when Devin remembers losing her family and try to replicate that. But if Impact,
Well, what do you mean try to replicate that?
kill your family, relax. But if Impact's not Impact at that point, then it doesn't make a difference. So we need to go back and make sure that Impact stays Impact. So if Impact stopped being Impact after that, then we should go back to that and convince him to be Impact.
Can't we just convince Impact that Devon needs saving.
But if
And
he's not
families
impacted,
in-
then why would he?
Oh, who was the
Especially how he is
supervillain?
now. Like, he's not exactly seeming like
'Cause
the
it-
most empathetic person.
Hmm.
But what I'm saying is we don't have to hurt Devon's family is what I'm getting at.
I'm not
Like,
saying we should hurt Devin's family. I'm saying
No,
that we go back prior to that and get impact to be impact, and then if we need to, to go save Devin's family, we go save Devin's family, but just keep them a secret or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't know what we would change for the incident. It seems like the incident still happened.
And yeah, but something must have gone differently if he chose not to continue being a superhero, and my mom chose to continue to not be a supervillain. Like, something changed there.
I thought you were conceived before the incident, which is why she didn't ever tell him
Oh
about
yeah, but this isn't about me. This is about fixing your thing, which means
This
we
isn't related
for
to
the
my
impact,
thing.
impact,
Oh.
right?
How many incidents are there? Are we
There's
referring
so
to the same one?
The incident where the person dies. That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about, right?
Oh.
Powers.
Resonance, you
And-
look like you have an idea.
Well, unless it's both. So maybe if something happens at that incident that sets the timeline where Impact and Violet don't become friendly with each other, and then maybe that's the thing that makes it so he stops being Impact as well as you not existing. Like, it could be that they coincide. Like, it could be a 2-for-1.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is we just change it to where Spectre is born, which unfortunately seems like we have to just get them to sleep together again.
I don't want to think about it.
And then
I mean, who would?
but then we have to do that without them knowing who we are is the problem.
Yeah, I don't think saying I'm your future daughter.
It works
No.
in this timeline because
Right
we're planning to
now.
go back and change and this won't even exist. But
But that person still has to die, right? We can't save that person.
No.
They
We
have to
could.
think they die.
or maybe they don't die, we save them, then that never happens, and then Impact would be like a good dad to Spectre and they would actually have kids.
Yeah,
But then they
you
might not
wouldn't have your
look
After
together.
you, like that. We
No,
can't.
we
Yeah,
didn't
but
even
that's
get.
fine. It's fine if that doesn't happen.
Well, no, I think if he's cool, then maybe he could take you on as a protege anyway.
Yeah, but the only
Because
reason that he would be able to
that's
do
his
that is because
employee?
we know that Devin has powers, but they don't know that Devin has powers because her sister Dev's that. Or no, I know, I don't know that. But
Again, that's
I
fine.
think
they don't know that.
I think you guys have shared enough that it's probably common knowledge that it appears that powers don't work around Sam.
Yeah, so then he
Yeah,
could just.
so then he wouldn't know to take you on as a protege, and you wouldn't know that you needed to be a protege. So we can't do that because
Well, we can just give
like
him
if
a
we
little.
fix this, then we never came back here, so they would never know.
We just give him a little note that says, "Hey, this girl has powers. Help her out." Signed, secret people from the future. And then he'll do that because that's a weird note to get. And then
What if that leads to all the events of like my
Changing the
family
whole
dying?
relationship.
No, they'd be fine. He'd just take you out on field trips.
Then
Unless that's
Devin
what
wouldn't
sparked
be Devin.
someone finding out that I have those powers.
I hate time travel.
Look, just we'd have at least a point that we know that we need to go to in order to start fixing things. Whether that
Yeah.
winds up causing a domino effect that changes everything for me and Devin, then that's what happens. But as it stands, I want to disappear, so we should just fix that so that I don't.
All right,
don't-
then.
I like being alive.
Let's go.
Wait, but are we going to before that person dies or just after?
I don't know if we have that much control.
Yeah, I feel like we don't have that much control.
Your intent is important, but what actually happens
Yeah.
is dependent upon a number of factors.
I mean, I presume we don't want to go right then because we don't have enough time to react properly. So before then would probably be
Yeah.
better.
We also know who the problem person is. It's that ringmaster dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
we could also make it so that never happens.
I don't think that we should. I don't know.
We should probably try to keep it close. Due to said dominoes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to just before the event where the man
At the
dies.
circus. Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
circus. Fade, it's all on you.
You got this. We believe in you.
Well, are
Doesn't she
are
still have a
open up,
block? Isn't that why I had to do it the first time? Or the second
Are
time?
we?
No, she rolled badly.
Are we doing some wibbly wobbly time stuff now? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
open up a portal, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're going to attempt to open a temporal portal.
All right, what is that? Unleash powers.
Yes.
Come on, something decent. 5, 9 plus freak means it is an 8.
So overall,
Let's see.
Would you like to mark a condition, or would you like me to tell you how the effect is unstable?
I'm gonna do a condition.
Okay. Okay. So it works. You're getting your time hopping feet underneath you. Your portal hopping feet underneath you. Sure, why not? There's a bit of a consequence, however. You find yourselves
probably
in a very cold, very problematic location. It is vacuum. You see the blue orb of the earth below you. You see the sun shining. And those of you who can breathe, need to breathe, can't breathe. Would someone like to do something about that?
Yes.
That made that condition very easy to pick. We're afraid.
Yeah.
I would like to do something about this.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to unleash Nova powers, I think. Do that thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good considering I don't have any conditions. I got a 10.
Ooh, lovely. So you hold 3.
So 3 burn. I'm going to use the burn to spend 1 burn to make a moat.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is to create a barrier that will hold back threats such as being in a vacuum.
Yeah, easy enough. I mean,
Yeah.
science would say there has to be air
Mhm.
Right.
to create the bubble, but you just like instantaneously, your threat detection and remediation subroutines kick in and you create a impermeable hard light bubble around the group. And everyone can immediately breathe and it's fine.
For now, till we run out of air.
Yep.
Fate is still glowing and pulsing with light, so this just happens in a few seconds. There is Tilly. You see something approaching the bubble very rapidly. Something relatively small.
Oh.
I hate time travel.
This sucks.
What is it?
Well, you got your ocular enhancements. It is some sort of metallic cube. Small. Roughly like 1.5 meters on each face.
Cool. There's a cube approaching.
And it's at a tremendous speed. And
Space cubes.
it connects with the hard light shell and bounces back off into space.
That won't come back to bite us later.
And then Fade's partially interrupted portal remanifests, and you find yourselves kind of clattering down onto a what's it called? Fire escape in the seedy part of downtown. You look around, there are old cars and people walking around with big stereos on their shoulders, flared jeans.
Am I still baby Devin?
No, you're back to you now.
Okay.
Aw.
You probably need to put your costume on real quick, though.
Yeah.
Just that in that frame, it's like a piece of cardboard. It's like, oh no, who has my costume?
Kelly, can you tell what time we are?
And she have her costume back, but it's got a slight hole in it, and Nick somehow has like a little more element to their costume.
For sure. For sure.
I'm missing a sleeve.
Yeah.
You're missing, it's just like a hole out of the elbow, and then now Nyx has an eye patch
Yeah.
for no reason.
I presume that there's not that much internets.
And yeah, not really.
Yeah.
There's whatever Halcyon City had before the internet.
Yeah.
So there's probably like a science lab and university maintained network, but in terms of public availability, it's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Fate's gonna look around for like one of the like newspaper boxes that used to be on like street corners and stuff.
Sure.
Okay, so she's then going to go and look at the date.
It is the correct date.
And then she's gonna look at the year.
Yeah.
Figure out when they are.
The time period where
you
we are not wearing the right clothing.
Yes, you appear to be. You appear to have, unlike last time, you appear to have arrived more or less when and where you intended.
I'm gonna put my costume.
Okay, guys. Well, good news is we're where we're supposed to be at the correct time. I don't know what that space thing was. We're not going to question it. We got to where we were going. That was the important part.
I think we all know what the space thing was.
Just bouncing the swarm away. They'll be back later.
Or will they?
Who knows?
Since it didn't crash into Oklahoma and wasn't found by Lytech.
Uh-oh.
Why would the swarm ever show up?
Team Swarm blasting off again.
Yes. And Lytech didn't expend a vast amount of resources to study it and create a prototype, and instead followed different research.
I see.
Yeah.
Oops.
Are we the problem? Is it
It's us. Did we do this?
Am I the drama?
Yes. In fact.
Oh, I am.
So we need to find the circus or go to the impound.
Or go to Violet's lair.
Yeah, we could do that too.
I will say that just based on time of day and date, you think that you have very little time.
So we should probably just get to the circus.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we all remember where the circus is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had a great
Way.
forgot about it.
Oh
So-
god, they still don't have supers.
Right.
Yeah, that means we have to take actual tack
Have to
these.
take a purple cab.
What?
And so yeah, you do. It takes a little bit longer. You have to pay in quarters because you have to find cash that isn't dated too far in the future. But the good news is everything's cheap because it's in the past. But yeah, scraping together enough quarters and dimes and nickels, you're able to just get enough for a purple cab ride out to the fairgrounds. And you arrive. And it's summer and there's a bunch of people out there. Lots of bell bottoms, tight t-shirts, lots of macrame.
Does anybody know where this takes place? Like in the circus?
I mean, I assume it's at the place where we fought the purple, whatever,
That was
demon
in
mind control thing. What's that?
That was in the big top.
Well, I mean, where the last incident we had with it.
It was in the big top,
Near.
wasn't it?
I thought it was outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was outside of
Outside,
the
just outside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe just go there then.
Yeah.
Just wander around, keep an eye out for anybody who's doing fights and guns.
Nope, everything looks pretty darn normal.
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat.
I'll just whip off my bow, fire a rocket, see what happens.
Right. Yeah.
Just to clear the place, and we wouldn't have to worry about any civilians being around.
I mean,
Can't die if they're not here.
that's true, but also, when are we going to keep, stop changing the past? I'm so confused. I hate time travel.
Don't worry.
It's just a
awful.
difficult ethical, moral problem because letting someone die is not really what you're supposed to do. And we don't know that it'll change the future for the worse.
Who knows?
So you can't make a decision to let someone die based on what ifs.
No, but you were saying like calling in a bomb threat to get rid of everyone, but like not everybody dies here.
Right.
Maybe calling in a bomb threat is what causes an innocent bystander to die.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Problem is we don't have enough information on the incident.
Well, as you
Should
are
ask her how they
debating,
died.
right? As you are debating, there's a little shimmer in the air, about 20 feet from you. It grows into a sphere. The sphere begins to glow. There's a cracking, almost as if it is a shell. Purple light lances out in jagged lines, and then there is an explosion. I'd like you all to take a powerful blow, please.
Oh boy.
No.
Ooh.
Are we all taking a powerful blow?
Yes.
Yep.
That's the number we want low, right?
Yeah, you roll plus conditions. 2d6 plus conditions, and low is better.
I got a 6.
Cool.
Mine is also a 6.
Good.
Can I use a
I
I
minor
don't like the
boon?
way you said that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a
Good.
minor boon to make that.
Michael, I'm rolling never give up, never surrender.
Okay. And how's that work?
So when you take a powerful blow from someone with a far greater power than you, use this move instead of the basic move. Roll plus saver. On a hit, you stand strong and choose one.
Okay.
On a 7 to 9 marker condition, but I've rolled an 8 and my savior is 3, so it's an
Okay,
11.
cool. So what is your choice?
Wait, is my savior 3? No, it is. I'm going to keep your attacker's attention.
Yes, that works perfectly. So,
Might be a bad idea.
no, it actually works perfectly. So, this wash of light and cracking sound ripples out. It almost as if everything freezes in time for a moment. You're all kind of battered and buffeted by strange energies. And then there is a figure on the ground, a very familiar looking figure, in a bit of a crater. Small, not like the one that you remember. And he kind of sits up and pats himself and, oh, you're back. You're back. Oh, we're going to do it right this time. And then he looks around and locks eyes with Resonance. You, what are you doing here? You're not going to ruin it this time. And I think that's where we'll stop.
This time.
Yeah, because at the end of the last one with the circus, he went back in time and is like,
Yeah.
we're going to do it right this time. And now we're back there.
Oh my god!
Have we been here
camera just
before?
cut out just at
A
that
horrible
time.
question.
No,
It
but from
cracks me
his
up.
perspective, he just left you
Yeah.
and you just wrecked things for him. Yeah.
He's
That's
never
fine.
seen me before, though, as Deadlock. Or Fade.
You have
You
different
all look
costumes.
similar.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's
Resonance.
Resonance Spectre, a robot, and then two people who are clearly the same people in different costumes. I think it's
Right.
probably he's a little addled, but he probably knows who you
Yeah.
are.
Totally going to Clark Kent this. I'm not the same person I was.
Yes. Now the nice thing is though, Resonance, you were reasonably nice to him in the past/future. So
I'm just like this.
right. So consider when you think about what your course of action is going to be next time, that you had formed some degree of rapport with him, or at least demonstrated some sympathy with him. And since you are holding his attention, he is mostly focused on you. So you might choose to do something with that. Or you can
Okay.
just blast him. We'll see. Next time. But hey, you're where you want to be. The
Yes.
pivotal events are happening as we speak.
This is the dude that messed it all up.
Maybe.
It's us the whole time.
We did it.
It's
We made it the
entirely
timeline
possible.
of
Well, it kind of depends. Also, think about and communicate with me separately if you want your future to be different. Can't guarantee because it's all as a result of your choices and roles and things. But if there are specific outcomes that you would like to have change for your characters, your relationships with other characters in the world, let me know, and we'll see if we can't work them into the conclusion of this issue. And if you change anything, don't worry, there won't be any unintended consequences. If you
Never.
don't change anything, don't worry, there won't be any unintended consequences. Because time.
It's consequences the
I
whole
don't
way
believe you.
It's fine. And don't worry, next issue won't be multi-dimension or time travel.
Yay, we don't have to spend 20 minutes arguing about time.
Yes. So it's fine. This is a exploration. It's what you do in an arc, right? You establish it's what it happens all the time in the comics. You establish the characters, you kind of figure out what's going on in their world, things happen, then you're like, oh, let's go back and see their origin story. Tie up loose ends, etc. Cool. So I'm sure it'll work out fine. Hey, where did we start last time? Okay. Hey, yay. Tough. Tell us about you and where you'll be next, etc.
Yes, hello, I am 90 Tough Torpleton, some of the variety nickname. I am also a variety streamer on Twitch. You can actually catch me probably about 30 minutes to an hour on my channel, where I will be streaming some spooky games. And yeah, then otherwise I think I'm back here on the 26th for the concluding episode of this one. Yeah, that's me. Go Mish.
All right. I am Misha _less_than 3 on Twitch, or at Michawea on Twitter or Tumblr. You can also see a lot of our fan art in the Discord or on cpluscomics.tumblr.com in case you want to look through all of the stuff we draw of our beautiful little blorbos in TTRPGs. Next, I will be here for Teen Magic Academy this Thursday. And then I think the following Thursday we'll be doing Fate Brigade, which is more masks.
Yes. Which will
Rachel?
also be a time travel episode, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm Reggie H, and I'm here, and that's what I say. Yeah, I'll be here next time we're here, which is in 2 weeks' time. And yeah, hopefully I'll go back to streaming at some point.
Oh, we're forgetting the end of session. So we'll start with you, then we'll get back, and then we'll pick up with Fade.
I grew close to the team. I'm gonna say, because I don't think Into the Image of Myself or Further Away works. That's why I've gone for that one. I would say probably with Devon, because we were playing test theory electricity stuff all around her house, and that was fun and silly.
Awesome.
So
Spectre.
I think that means Devon gets to shift my labels, right? Because
Oh,
Ori
right,
has
right, right.
influence over me.
Oh, right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Mm. I guess I don't even want to. I guess superior down to mundane makes sense for this episode, because we didn't really do a lot this episode. We were more playing like just. Plus, we had trouble even using our powers with Sam around.
So period down and mundane up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Just mess up all my moves. Why don't you?
I know.
But it makes the other moves
I didn't
better.
want to make anything negative.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I'm messing. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Spectre, end of session.
I think away from the team because I'm kind of worried that I'm going to disappear, and also it's really embarrassing talking to my parents in front of them. And I think that influence goes away from Devin because she kind of called me an illegitimate bastard child.
Yes. I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe she did.
Awesome. And
Say it
fertility.
like it wasn't accurate.
It still hurts.
Tilly, I think, grew into her own image of herself. She had a lot of chat about how robots worked.
Yeah.
She was showing off how cool robots are.
Yeah.
She can survive in space, which is, nice.
Yeah.
Helps out your friends, all that jazz. So I think I'll go with superior because she was bragging about how she was a robot as far as going up in the label and
Yeah.
then down on mundane.
Lovely. Lovely. All right. Fade.
Hi, I'm the original Zodi. Obviously I play Fade. For Fade, I think with this one, I'm gonna say that she kind of grew away from the team because while this is her element, she felt really out of her element.
Mm.
And having all of that happening around her and her kind of being like a self-proclaimed pseudo expert on time travel is not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Because she's teleporting them into space and stuff. So yeah, she's grew away from the team a little bit this time.
All right.
And the only person influence over you away from the only person I believe who has, let's see, which one of you punks has influence?
Me or resonance?
I think we're going to take it away from resonance. And this is a personal thing for her, but it's Lala saying, she hates time travel. Which,
Right.
in the back of Fade's mind, Fade's going, I literally, like, that's
Fate, of
how I got
course,
here.
took it
Thanks
personally
for
when
hating
it
me.
was
Exactly,
offhand
she
with
took
the
it
comment.
personally.
Yeah, I was going to say that
It
very much
wasn't
makes
targeted
character
at
sense
all.
when she's taking it that it's all about her, when it's just that Residence doesn't like time travel because it's confusing.
Yes. It's
So
true.
it's that
Yeah,
she hates
and
it.
so
because
I do
it's
believe
confusing.
everyone mentioned how this was very confusing, except Tilly, who's all like, "Ooh, possibilities! I've mapped out so many."
Yeah, I love
yeah,
it.
but
I
I can
love
only
it.
take it away from one person.
Yeah.
It just shows that your character's not grown and is still taking everything bloody personally.
I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Bunch of
Every
teenagers.
time.
but while she took it personally, and this is her showing growth, she didn't throw it out there that she was feeling this way.
And didn't act a fool. So yes, that's true.
Exactly.
That is growth.
Yeah, just internalized it and made an emotional choice of getting about one of her friends.
Yes,
Yeah,
Faye-
totally cool. Yeah, that's not putting it out there.
Fate is learning to cram the feelings down deep inside, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, conceal, don't feel. She's all frozen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yo, Deadlock.
All right, I'm SJ or SJ_sidekick. I do not stream, but I'm on here a lot, or I'm on Juice's chat or whatever, playing games. Thursday, we'll be running Kids on Brooms, where they do try to get adults together, and it may or may not be problematic. But for end of session, having trouble choosing one because this whole session was about her not being a superhero or whatever. So I feel like it should either be grow into your own image or grow away from the team, especially since the team keeps trying to push her to no, we have to keep everything exactly the same. And
All right.
she's like,
I will say the team every time said, "But we
We're not
aren't
gonna
going to
kill
kill
your
your
parents."
family,
Yeah.
though." That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I personally, this is just my take on it, but you can take it as you want. You found out how you got your superpowers. You found out that your dad was involved in an accident.
That's
you found out
true.
your sister had superpowers. You found out a lot of information about Devon's past and how she came to be who she was that you didn't know in our timeline. So I personally think that it would be into.
I agree. Yeah, grow into your own image of yourself. Yeah, because I have a lot more context of myself.
Yep.
We just have to shift labels. So I'll probably shift freak up because it was a freak accident. And then danger down because I did not feel very dangerous this episode.
Because you were a child.
Yes.
A surly child, but a child nonetheless. Awesome.
Right.
Well, cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching and chatting and all that good stuff. And thanks everyone for playing. And thanks everyone on YouTube later for watching and stuff. So if you are in any of those places, go ahead and follow us if you don't already. And you can even set up alerts to know when we're live or when we have new content available, which is, whenever we stream. And this will be up on the YouTube in sometime tomorrow. We should go hang out with someone though, and I think it should be Dork Tales because they are playing Spelljammer, which is cute because it's like D&D but in space, and they have great costumes. So let's go hang out with them. Cool, I've got the thing ready. Let's make sure it works. Lovely. It appears to be loading. So cool. Well, awesome. Well, thanks everyone. Come check us out again for the concluding episode of this issue. when everything I'm sure will wind up just perfectly fine and go back to being normal, maybe, unless you tell me otherwise. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye.